I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. treasure that's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice order, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass.
There we go. Oh no, everything's messed up. Shit.
Ugh.
Hold on.
Oh no. Or we can wait for Cortanis to make everything not messed up.
There's no Sayo.
You like
Yeah, logging in.
Okay.
That's
mostly
recover.
right for now. Okay.
Mostly.
Mostly right?
Close
Mostly
enough.
right.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
It's only
Yay!
mostly
How's it
dead.
going? Sorry.
Only mostly dead.
Only mostly dead.
So let's do the recap. I'm not even gonna roll. I'm gonna have Fike do the recap.
Hey!
Fuck a duck. Alright. Last week we were
Hey, there he is.
transported
Hey,
to
guys.
the wonderful city of Iman.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm sorry, we're doing the recap.
Go for it.
Hi,
Yep.
Biro. We spent a good amount of time in the religious district, which is a name that I forget because we're not staring at the map.
The Temple
where
District?
Temple District, where most everybody spent time paying respects to their deity of choice, mostly Cord, and the Nox went off to go do some research at the Platinum Dragon Sanctuary, and Fike and Biro went to go see the Arkheart. Fike doesn't remember anything that happened there. We got a portrait somehow. Shanga was requested not once but twice from Keyleth to hurry up and meet her at Greystone Embassy, which he proceeded to fuck around. Because apparently we know that Keyleth is either not really good at asking people for help, or two, doesn't understand what the meaning of the word urgent is.
Probably the latter. Probably the latter.
We ride to
Or the former, I mean.
Yeah, former.
That's
Grayskull
what I
Embassy.
meant. Sorry.
for
I always
the
confuse
central-
that shit.
Meet up with Keyleth. Talk about some
And?
problems they're having.
Keyleth and
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Seeker
Awesome memory.
Yes.
Seeker Awesome memory. We don't know who that is though. So.
No, but I mean,
Did he introduce himself?
Yes.
he did.
Yeah, he's a member of the council.
He was introduced by Keyleth, actually.
Yeah, he wouldn't have introduced himself.
No. He would have been content to be a fly on the wall of that conversation.
Absolutely. We were told we were allowed to stay in the keep for a time being. There was a small discussion had, kind of like a group family round table. We wandered off to do our own things at that point, and where Nox and Fike went to the lower slums, picked up a box with something in it, then went to
What's in the
go
box?
stand in the ocean.
Yep.
And saw an old companion of Fike's at the box, just chilling, and cried a bit. And now we're here.
You also met, when you met with Keyleth and Awesome, there was also a half-orc there, if you'll recall.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like pit. Kill things in the cinder pit.
Well, there was two issues that they had brought up. There was that they thought might be linked, but they had no evidence of that, and were essentially asking you to provide evidence for that and potentially deal with the issue should you think you can. There's the what is it called? There's the Flame Reach Outpost, which is outside of the town in the Flame Reach Grove, which is that ever-burning grove that's been there since Thordak, and then there's also the crater in the Cloud Top district, the Thordak's crater. And there was, every time they would try to send teams in there to reclaim it, they'd run into these Cinder Slag elementals. But they were asking you to investigate when you felt you were ready to. There was no real rush on you getting it done like the next day or anything like that. But Lorkthor, the Fire Ashari half-orc, who was in charge over at the Flame Reach outpost, told you to meet her there when you were ready. And then is when Fike saw his companion, or his old companion, on the docks. However,
Sorry, Bill. I got to answer my pants. I'm ready to dance. Let's go.
however, we are going to start with Biro.
Da-da-don.
Okay.
Biro, as everyone kind of goes off on their own to kind of, Fike and Nox go off to have their conversation. Cortanis goes after Shango, I believe, to have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Left some food for him and Sayo on
Yep,
the table there.
and exactly. You kind of settle into your room that is being provided for you. One of the rooms here at the embassy. And you are like taking off your jacket to get comfortable, and a envelope falls out of your inner pocket.
Da-da-don.
Awesome.
Dun.
I pick it up and inspect it, see if it looks familiar. Is there any like handwriting on the outside?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will open it up carefully and attempt to read it.
You open it up and you begin to read it, and I'm gonna need I'm gonna need everyone to go into secrets for me.
Secrets.
Oh, that was quick. Ah.
All right, so it is in a familiar coded language.
Sure.
That you know right away this is from Asum.
Okay.
But it says the matter with the crater. Essentially it says I need your help with the crater.
Okay.
And if you can urge your companions towards this, essentially saying you need to urge your companions towards taking that course of action. And it says if you have questions, you have the means to contact me.
Okay. So I'll
But it just reads as like almost like a letter from like a brother that you haven't heard from in a while. Hey buddy, how's it been going? This is what's going on here. Well, that's how it reads, but you understand the code. So
Okay. I would like immediately try to cast sending to assume, and essentially ask if there's additional details on particular dangers or anything else I need to achieve in the crater, or if I need to meet Tim at another time for further details.
He'll respond saying, I think the events in the grove and the crater are connected. I think they are lingering anchors to the fire plane, which is why they refuse to dissipate. And then he's run out of words.
Okay. and I'll kind of quickly cast sending one more time and say, is there anything in particular I should prepare or plan to recover before going in?
Recovery is not the mission. Investigation is priority 1. Priority 2 is a means to close the link, if I'm correct.
Okay. All right. I'll kind of close the note, and the language appears like you said. It was like if somebody else were to read it, it would just look like a friendly.
Yeah, it would look like an old college friend just sending a letter to catch up. Like, hey, this is where I'm at. You know, how things been with you. This is what's going on in my life. You know,
Okay.
inquiries. What have you been up to? Blah blah blah. But you understand the code, so you know what it's really trying to say. And the whole make an insight check.
Okay.
All right. You just get a sense of everything that big happened to you today in some ways involved the words investigation and magic. So it's
Okay.
weird. Yeah. It's weird to you.
Fair enough.
It's just a weird, you have like this weird little like, coincidence. Oh, that's weird.
Is there like
but
a
anyway.
fire in my room or fireplace kind of thing?
Sure. There would probably be, it's a fancy keep. It's probably a fireplace in your room, a small fireplace.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just toss it in the fire and let it burn.
Okay. You do
Yeah.
so. All right. Cortana's back.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So
Cool.
Go back.
Do you do anything, Bureau?
I'll head downstairs or out of my room, and just see who else is around. And Knox and Fike are not back, right?
No, they
Okay.
they left not that long ago, probably like 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Because we're kind of moving backwards in time a little bit here.
And we had, I assume, like on our way back to Grayskull Keep in the first place, we had probably filled each other in, if I recall correctly, on what had happened at Cord's Temple and what had happened at the Arkart's Temple.
I believe you guys did. Yeah, you guys all
Yep.
kind of told each other what was going on. Yeah.
Okay. So is there anybody around in like the common area or?
I don't know.
I'm
Well,
not.
obviously Fike and Knox aren't there, but
Right.
Yeah, I'm
um,
not in the common area.
Depends on where you're asking.
Depends on where I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking at Grayskull Embassy.
yeah, he's talking like, are you in the common area where you guys had the meeting? He's asking if you're still in that room where you had the meeting with Keyleth and Lokthar and Asum.
Oh, I was gonna say I was like in the kitchen doing dips. Not kitchen, the dining room.
Where are you, Cortanus?
Katana's went to
And
take a plate
Shango?
to find Shango. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shango, where are you?
If I can find a rooftop, like the highest tower I could find.
There's like there's like a single tower off the keep, I believe.
Yeah.
I actually should probably, I'm sure someone's done art of like a diorama of
Keep.
Grayskull Keep. I should probably go find that.
It
But
looks like Castle Grayskull.
Probably.
yeah, like worst case, like I know they at least have like an outer gate that's like a high wall that you could go sit up on. So
Yeah. Basically, the highest place that I could find that's outside.
yeah.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll just kind of hang out in the common area until people.
So I'll say make an investigation check.
Me?
Yeah, if you're looking for your compatriots.
Okay. Let's see.
22. I'll say you could find You could either catch Cortanis on her way to take the plate to Shango in like the courtyard, or you could catch Seao, who's still in the kitchen.
I'll go check on Sale.
Okay. So you go into the kitchen and you find Seao, who is helping himself to a bunch of food that was prepared by I forget their name. The cook from Grayskull Keep.
Okay, well, it looks like he's on the phone, so we can come back to this. Side.
Is it
Oh,
back?
he's back. You there, Sale?
Who's back?
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. And so I'll walk in, see Sale, and I'll say,
There you go, Grayskull Keep, everybody. Linked in the in the chat.
nice. And I'll just kind of say, so it sounds like I've got some adventuring to do to prove myself to my temple, or to the temple of the Arkheart potentially. But it sounds like you guys, speaking to the Temple of Cord, really need some adventure to prove our value as a team.
Gonna take a napkin, wipe my brow. What do you got going on, man?
Well, I got to try to find ancient magic, and not sure exactly where that's going to take me, but I have a feeling that if you guys are needing to prove yourselves, or found out that we all need to prove ourselves to the Temple of Cord, then maybe there's a good chance that we can achieve both at once. What are you thinking about these? The help that Keyleth asked us for.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit hot.
It's a little hot, but where there's heat, there's excitement, right?
Oh man, got me there.
Well, it sounds like we got a couple of tasks in front of us. You leaning in a particular direction?
I mean, I think it would help if like we didn't burn that easily, but I don't
Fair
know how
point.
we can do that. So it might actually be better to take care of what you got. I mean,
Well,
you got any leads?
not really. I have to prove myself, so to speak. So I don't think leads were forthcoming, but I think you've got a good point about not getting burned. Maybe we should talk to the rest of the group and plan this out, and maybe see if we can make a trip to Gilmore's to find things to keep us from getting burned.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a group decision, but I'll go with you wherever you need me to go.
Well, let's make sure we talk to the group and see where we can find some adventure. And then I'll leave him to eat and do his dips. And side note, I think they mentioned that we were allowed to use the teleportation circle in the keep.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so I will take some time to go memorize that sigil sequence if I
Okay.
can.
You can do so. So you go.
Side note,
Yes.
I'm gonna avoid any smelly material that looks like it's somewhere around the kitchen.
Okay. You look around and do not happen to see any blue magical poop in a jar or otherwise.
Oh, what's this? Oh,
But you
shit,
can't.
what the hell?
You can take inspiration for that.
Oh no, there's a Tressum around now.
We will diagonal wipe to Cortanis finding Shango up on the wall above the gate,
It
Kinda
took her a
sitting
little
up
bit, but
on-
then she realized, oh yeah, Shango likes the high ground. So
Yeah,
Just
Shango's
tower and
essentially
whatnot.
sitting cross-legged on top of one of the parapets, kind of looking out over the wall as Cortanus comes up behind him with a tray of food.
Might I join you?
Greetings. But of course.
Find a way to get up there.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm good at those. It's fine.
Spider climber!
You got your spider climb boots too.
Oh, that's true. I do have spider climb. It's just walking.
Yeah. So you just
Fuck off.
you watch as so Cortanus just starts walking like straight up the
I never actually used that before.
perfectly turns her wrist with the
tray.
tray to make sure that it doesn't spill and stays with the gravity. And as she comes up around the other side, she stays with it perfectly too as well, so that the tray stays perfect. The food doesn't even move on it as she comes up next to Shango.
Yeah. I'll have,
You
like,
kind
one
of
eye
look
open to
out
the side, like,
over as you get up there, Cortanus. You kind of look out over the majority of the lower slums of Iman, as well as you look off to one to the north west. You can see the shoreline farms off in the distance, over past the harbor. And immediately to your left, to the west, is the vast turquoise, clear oceans of the Osmit Sea.
Yeah, just gonna carefully sit down, set the tray kind of between them, and I thought you may wish for some sustenance.
Thanks to you. I shall partake in some in a few minutes.
May I ask what is the matter?
I finally come to realize what I probably should have realized long ago.
Kind of like
Yeah.
tilts, like looks over at him.
Uh, a difficult time it is. Will you sit with me for a moment?
Of course.
Do you wish to join in our meditation today?
Anytime, honestly, but if you are not in the right mind for it,
No.
I understand.
Please stay.
Does Brown give a nod at that?
Yeah. Starting as usual, clear your mind. Let your thoughts fly. And let it roam. Find your blame, your guilt, what you blame yourself for, and things that have gone wrong, not the way you wanted. And today, compared to other days, you notice like a heavier tone in his voice, and it seems like he's more talking to himself rather than giving like guidance to someone else. And once you have found your deepest blame, forgive yourself for you cannot affect everything or stop the inevitable.
Kind of taking that in for a little bit and kind of breaks her own meditation and just kind of watches him for a little bit, how he reacts to that.
You see a couple of tears roll down his cheeks. There's nothing that could have been changed. There's nothing that was done wrong. So move along, one must.
I'm just gonna kind of eventually like reach a hand over and just like place it on top of his if it's like on the wall. I shall not ask for specifics, but if you wish to speak, I am here.
My thanks. And I'll sit there in silence for a couple minutes.
Just kind of look off
Event-
the expanse.
Eventually speak up. Don't leave us, please.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Don't leave us, please. I am glad for you to be free. And you can shape your path. And I hope it stays with us.
Looks a little confused for a moment. You thought I was going to simply leave.
For sure, I do not know. You are not bound anymore.
No. But there are different types of oaths, I suppose. And she kind of like reaches and takes the bit of the wooden pendant that she made before. I did say this was my world for now, and that is true. Why wouldst I leave it?
That I do not know. But I might know now, yet I did not know why my father left when he did.
Had he mentioned that before at all?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. At the time, I did not know. So, not knowing now does not mean you don't have anything that drives you off in different directions. So, forgive me for the heavy mood. It is. News have come to me through Keyleth that I should have known, yet I'm not willing to accept.
Something happened to your father.
I'm afraid so. He has not been heard of for how long has it been since he attacked? 17
20, little over 20 years.
20, yeah. He has not been heard of for 2 decades now.
Forgive me, I did not know.
It's not something I share easily, it is. Yet, one of the reasons to be here. To Iman he set out, and never home he came again.
I'm sorry.
Maybe he's still out there. He must be. Has to be.
Perhaps. Fate hath created many a circumstance as of late. Being here, maybe another.
It is what I want.
There are apparently many a task in this city. Just kind of like turns to look out across the expanse again.
Mm-hmm.
Slight chuckle of like, yes. Many a tasks always. Dull moment. There never is.
'Tis better than perhaps too much time with one's thoughts. And she'll like kind of reach into a pouch and pass him her handkerchief.
Yeah. There's allergies, you know.
Yeah. It's like there's something anymore and some flowers that I don't know.
Just kind of give a knowing nod at that.
Yeah.
The West Coast is just different than the East Coast.
Yeah.
You've dealt with many a heavy mood from me. This is fine. Shall see what we can learn.
Thanks to you.
And with that, we diagonal wipe back over to Fike and Noxus. So
Da-da-don.
Fike, you across the way, just at the edge of your eyesight, you see a familiar face.
Do I get a rough idea how far away he is?
Make a perception check. We'll say 21. He's several hundred feet. He's like 200 or 300 feet away from you. Essentially, if you're looking at the screen, you guys are like over there, and he's sitting over here, dangling his feet off the dock.
Can I make like an insight check on Fike to see if he, like if I've noticed that his mood changed?
Sure, make an insight check. Yeah, I mean, you guys just got done having this really touching moment, so yeah. Nope. It looks like he's just staring off into the distance for like dramatic effect.
Tear turns into a diamond.
Yeah.
I
just caught by the wind.
Just caught by the wind. You gotta roll for diamond.
Turns into a diamond. Does it?
You gotta roll for that
dramatic,
shit.
Fight. Come on, man. It doesn't have to be that bad.
Oh. I mean, Fike's pretty stone faced. He's biting down his lower lip like pretty hard.
I would like to investigate for blood on his lip. No.
It's there.
What are you doing, Fike?
I kind of just, I look at Nox and I kind of just like chin point that direction. Yeah.
Do I catch the hint?
Do you see that guy over there?
I'll look.
Make a perception check with advantage because he's helping you, essentially.
Oops, wrong button. Here we go.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm trying not to. Perception.
Percepciones. 15. Yeah. So you see? Do you point, Fike, or do you just?
I give him that. I'm nonchalantly giving him like that chin point, like that over.
All right. Yeah. So with him, kind of, you look and you're looking around, looking for something out of the ordinary, and it takes you a minute, but finally you're like, you just kind of go like, you mean? You just turn to him like, you mean like that guy just sitting at the end of the dock? Like you have to ask eventually.
You mean that dude right there?
Yeah.
See this guy across the way, Noxus. Looks like he's wearing sort of like piecemeal, like half plate maybe. But he's got his boots off and his pants rolled up. And he's dangling his feet off the edge of the dock, in the water.
Does he look like Fike?
No, he looks human. I mean, he's like 200-300 feet away, so it's hard to make out too many details. But he looks like a humanoid, maybe a half elf. You can't really tell from here.
Okay. Yeah, I see him. What about him?
That guy, along with a few others, took, and Fike's like at a loss for words.
Took what?
Killed the woman, the only woman that ever showed me any kindness.
Okay. So, the woman that was like your mother, apparently, right?
Yes.
You told me you didn't have parents.
I had she was my employer for a while. Taught me how to make things. Locks and keys, and how to pick locks and make keys.
Okay. You didn't like call her mom, did you?
No.
What about in here? And I point to his chest where his heart would be.
Yes.
Okay. Well, how strong is he?
He's very strong. He was
Okay.
he was our enforcer.
Yeah, he's pretty strong. Yeah. Well, I know you say I'm not useless, but in this case, I don't think I'd be much help. So, I don't know what you want to do here, but I think we should let everybody else know. Just so that we self-preservation and all. We just had this moment, and I kind of don't want to, like, watch you or me, die after having a moment and all that.
Oh my god! Take inspiration.
Sweet.
Oh, that's so good.
Pretty epic last moment, though.
So. Okay.
He's keeping everyone alive here.
We know he's here. We know he's here. So that's good. We know he's not going anywhere, right? Right? And I know what he looks like. And you can describe what he looks like. So when I get my powers back, because that shit's gonna happen. When I get my powers back, I can fucking find the fucker again. So let's table this shit. And I promise you right here, right now, as your brother, we're gonna get that fucker. I promise.
You want me to kill that guy for you? I will totally kill that guy for you.
Listen. This is what I need to do. We need to get in the car.
That's
we need to go
it. That's
hurt
the
somebody.
group.
I don't need to ask questions.
Who's driving?
That's why it's a Mulaney quote.
Yes, he got the quote.
Can I ask Knox to make a roll?
What kind of you want? Persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Knox, make a persuasion roll.
Unless he's lying to me.
I'm not.
You make a persuasion roll,
Come
Noxus.
on.
I'll let you be the judge here, Fike. I'll get you set the DC for how you react.
Would I get advantage for the moment we had?
I don't know. Would he, Fike?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Roll 20's a piece of shit sometimes. Why not?
Persuasion.
Pro moment advantage.
Yay!
As Bill would say, that's pretty good. You kind of see Fike's eyes that are just darting back and forth, like one's to you, and one's to the bag, and one's like over his shoulder, one's to his scimitar, and then like he's just going back and over things in his head. And he just slowly like releases the blade, and you see like his knuckles are fucking like white.
I get it. I get it. I really do. I really do. I love my mom too. And if anybody fucked with her, they'd be dead. So I get it. I really do. But we got to be smart. Okay? And you and I, we are not smart. We need Shango.
I'm gonna say intelligence.
We need Shango. We're not the smartest people here.
Can I delete my? Can I just delete myself in the game real quick?
You hear a faint meow in the distance.
The second smartest party member is telling you
hear
to.
that shit? I heard it.
Oh.
So let's go home. I know what he looks like. We're gonna take care of this shit. I promise. Let's go home. Let's tell the group. If you're up to it, you don't have to if you don't want to. But eventually we're gonna have to, so they can help us figure out how to get it.
I'm just gonna put my hand over Knox's mouth. And I go, "You are very pretty, but you talk way too much sometimes." And I'm gonna say,
Oh my god, are they gonna fuck?
Thank you.
"Yes, you're welcome."
They don't follow.
All right, so you guys are going back to
Oh, I grabbed my
Grayskull.
boots. So I took my boots off.
Yes.
And
You going back
I'll
to
wear 'em.
Grayskull? You're going back to Grayskull Embassy?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it takes you I'd say about 30 minutes after that conversation, you guys get back to Grayskull. And you run into Bureau, probably, who's waiting for you near the entrance. I would bet.
I'm probably sitting in kind of a lounge chair, idly, kind of playing a song on my lute.
Yeah.
Fuck! When do we get that painting?
Thomas probably knows when they're coming back too because of the mental link with Aura.
We've.
Oh yeah.
The mount.
Oh, that's
Use
right.
the mount.
That's right. Yeah, because that
Oh,
is
it was like,
yes,
how?
That's how that
yes,
works.
that is true. So we'll say Cortanus is down there as well.
We've talked about this painting a couple of times now. Do we need to get your memory checked?
I need a night of sleep. Sorry. I guess teleportation does not agree with me.
Fair enough. So, what do we want to do next?
Noxus will give Fike eye daggers. Like, you gonna tell him? You gonna tell him? No. Okay. Yes. No.
In the morning.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what I want to do, I assume we all need a night's rest at minimum. But if I think we need to have a group meeting in the morning where we're all present to discuss exactly what our next step forward in this journey is. Unless you have an idea, Bureau.
I mean, it sounds like we've got some tasks ahead of us with this fire stuff, and then qualifying for the Gods Brawl. So yeah, I think we've got to talk that through. So maybe a group conversation in the morning is wise.
I would have to agree with that.
I mean, yeah, that sounds
Wait.
about good.
Are we all there?
Nope.
Should be.
Cortana's
Shango's
because
down there.
Cortana's went to get her mount.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
Bureau and
Shango's-
Cortanus. It's the four of you. Seau is probably off doing his own thing still.
Doing his
Yep,
dips.
When he dips, you dip, we dip.
God damn it.
I don't understand this at all, but okay.
Dips. It's an exercise.
It's an exercise.
Oh, okay. That's
Bring
what I
that
thought.
out for karaoke. There we go.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out Derola's old workshop. You
know what?
Old toy.
I'm gonna go with you so you don't kill yourself.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
What?
The same. They're probably in unison, like what?
I'm gonna go with you so you don't kill yourself.
Is he suicidal? Do we need to have him on watch?
No, it's just there's
Yeah,
some
yes,
crazy
no.
shit.
Yes.
Crazy
No.
shit.
What? Wait. What?
No, there's just some crazy shit down there.
To be fair, we have
And-
seen the extent of Lord Derolo's work in other places. I would not be surprised that he hath something of quite a good amount of complexity.
He wants to go see the Iman Batcave.
Yes.
Yeah. You just gave me the keys to the Batcave. You expect me not to take
Take a
out
ride in the
spin?
Batmobile.
So you head down to the basement?
Yeah. Is everyone done with me? Does someone need me for something else?
No. It's better for the morning.
You go down to the basement, and I guess Noxus goes with you.
Before I
you
go
get-
down,
Yeah.
I'll turn to Cortanus. Hey, Cortanus.
Yes.
I'm better. I don't like where I'm at, but I'm better. And thank you for not giving up. And then I'll just walk downstairs.
Welcome back. And I'll go back in.
Now she's gonna think it was her that did it.
Everybody
No, she's
plays
not
their
that.
own
She's not
specific
that
role.
egotistical. She's
Oh,
the opposite of
everybody-
that shit.
It takes a
Always-
village. Like, come
always
on.
bridesmaid.
It takes a village to raise a Nox.
Yes.
Fly-
I love that.
Send you
Take
a-
inspiration for that, Bureau.
So I can
Bureau.
murder murderers.
Bureau, take inspiration for that.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, Nox, you come downstairs to find Fike in the basement past the little dungeon down a hallway. And Fike, you're standing there and you're in front of what looks to be some sort of metal door.
That's a big door.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try it.
Try to open it.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You grab the handle. It doesn't budge.
I thought they said we could use this shit.
They did. Is there a lock or any place there where there would be a fixture to secure the door open?
Make an investigation check.
Knox, help me look for a lock.
I'll look. I'll help him look.
All right. So one of you can either both roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Both -1.
Yeah. So maybe.
Fike, you can roll with
Yeah,
advantage.
there you go.
6.
Oh, that's an
Um,
amazing roll.
So you look around. You look this door up and down. It appears to be made of some sort of very heavy, solid metal. You can't even see. You can't even see the like any hinges where there would be hinges. There is this like handle that comes out of it, and there appears to be a vertical series of 6 locks on the door.
Oh, this is fucking trapped as shit.
Nah,
Pick the
nah.
locks.
This isn't that bad. Yeah, come on. You can pick locks, right? Yeah, this ain't no problem for you. It's just 6.
You knock on the. You like take one knuckle and kind of like knock on the door a little bit. It does not even make. It's solid.
Ugh.
Come on, it's just 6 locks, and then we're in.
Fine. It's a lot of fucking locks, and I take my leather fucking briefcase and I undo and I pick out my fucking picks. And...
I'll help him get to whatever. Like if some of the locks are higher, I'll help him get up.
No, they're like normal sized, so he can get to all.
All right.
So you go to the first one, and as you lean in with the picks, Fike. Now that you're like real up close and like touching it, and you've already begun to kind of like put the picks in, you see there's like a little inscription over the top one.
Does it say something?
Yeah, it's like a little inscription.
What's it say?
It says in common, if you're smart enough to get into the workshop, you're smart enough to utilize it.
Well, that's fucking on point for character for person.
And underneath it, it says it in like little quotation marks, and underneath it is where like you would put like there's like a little dash where you would put the name that it is attributed to. It says Lord Percival Frederickstein von Musel Kowalski de Rollo III.
What's it say?
Really
What's it
tiny
say?
font.
It says, if you're fucking smart enough, you're allowed to use the room. That's why it's locked so much. I'm gonna fucking pick the lock.
Make a thieves' tools check. $24. In a matter of about 30 seconds, you are able to pick the find the right tumblers, and you turn, and as the lock turns like butter, like no resistance whatsoever once you find the right tumblers. You turn and pull the picks out, and the lock glows a bright red color.
Oh, that's not normal. Is that good?
I have no fucking clue. I'm an idiot. I pick the next lock.
Make a thieves' tools check.
I don't know, Fike. I don't know. Red's not a good color, man. I think
32.
You're doing something bad.
As you, in another matter of seconds, like butter, once you find the right tumblers with no resistance, this lock turns the opposite direction, and lights up a vibrant green color.
Oh, I get it. If you fail, get away.
What?
Like, go to the.
What do you mean?
If I don't pick the lock, it's gonna blow up. That's what it is. Please.
What the fuck? No, you stop picking the lock. This is why I came down here, so you don't get yourself fucking killed.
This is exactly why I'm here. You stop it right now.
Abbott and
Picking the next
Costello,
lock.
everyone.
Cortanas and Biero, you guys hear a commotion from downstairs.
I'll go down to investigate.
You come downstairs. Do you go to Cortanas?
Yeah, we'll let Sam know. Otherwise, she was gonna say bar later, but yeah.
You don't have to. Do you go down? You hear it?
There's a bunch of yelling and stuff going on.
Yeah.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, you don't hear. You can't make out any words, but it's just like.
Okay, pause me a moment, unless that wants just to join.
What
the hell?
What's going on, guys?
So as the rest of you come down the stairs, you can see Nox is there with like an obstinate body language, with his hands out, like pointing at Fike, like pleading with him. As Fike stands there, like, "What are you?"
I'm picking the third lock. I don't care.
And you see there's a door, this like large metal door, off to Fike's right, because you're coming up from behind Nox, and there's these two glowing spots on it, one red and one green.
Well, that's interesting. Can I?
Yeah.
Wherefore art thou trying to pick the locks? Doth we not have access to this?
It says if you're smart enough, you can get in, and Fike and I are stupid, so we can't get in. And he's being stupid by unlocking the locks, and it's gonna blow up if he gets it wrong.
Oh, that's fascinating. Can I see if I can figure out how it works?
I figured out how it works. If you fuck up, the things blow up, and I'm still picking the third lock.
That is
So you're like in the process
that is the
of
opposite of how it works.
Yeah, I rolled a 26.
You're like in the process of picking the third lock. 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third lock, this one also turns to the right, like butter once you find the right tumbler, or in a matter of like probably 30 seconds. And this one turns a vibrant yellow color.
Now it's a different color. Like, how do we know if that's the right one? You need to stop, man.
It's changing colors. That's interesting. I haven't seen a
Just the lock, like the circular spot where you inserted the lock picks, just that spot, that little circular spot is about the size of like a silver dollar.
Can I point to where it says if you're smart enough to get it, you're allowed to use the room?
He points to what looks like a small inscription above the top lock. You can see it lit up in the red light.
I peek at that. Is there any other like markings or anything like that on these?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, on the back of one of the locks it says "Stop! For the love of God, please stop."
It's like, do not do this one.
19. So you.
Whoa!
Natural 20. So Cortanus, you recognize instantly. You recognize the material that the door is made from. It is adamantine. The door is a solid piece of adamantine. And Bureau, as you're investigating these locks, you can see around each of them is some sort of a motif carved into, as you're being very cautious and mindful of the art of things recently. You see like around each of the locks in the center of the door are these like themes and motifs, almost like those ancient Greek vases that had these like circular like scenes of but instead of figures, they are, some of it is figures, but they are themes or motifs. Around the top one, the one that's red, you see what looks like a screaming face and a volcano erupting. The next one down, the green one, you see themes of trees interwoven with one another and storm clouds. The one below that, that's yellow, you recognize quite quickly because you see it around all the time, the symbol of Sarenrae. As you get down to the fourth one, the one that Fike is currently going in towards to pick at, you see what looks like the theme of there's a bow and arrow theme with a grizzly paw worked into it.
Would I make the connection to Vox Machina?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, you can see the 6 are. I'm sorry, because I misspoke earlier. The 7 locks. I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier.
No, there's 6 locks now. This is bullshit.
Do I get a sense of the nature of any traps that might be associated with these?
Oh yeah, that's definitely trapped. Like each one of the locks is fucking trapped.
I said it's fucking trapped.
They each, you don't you can see that they are, that if you fail to pick the lock, the trap is mechanically triggered, though it is arcane. The circumstances of the trap are arcane in nature.
Cass is just a little bit slack-jawed. I'm like, I have not seen this much adamantine in a very long time.
There's these locks seem like they'll trip off some spells. I could try casting Dispel Magic on them before you go any further.
If I keep stop.
I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that third one, that with the 26.
No, you got that one.
I got that one.
You got the first 3. There's 4 left.
Was that the pike? Was that the pike one?
That was the pike one. Yeah.
The Sarenrae one.
So the next one below it is the one with the bow and arrow and the bear theme.
Okay. I mean, did he mess up? I mean, is he good? Like, can he keep going, or did he fuck it up?
You're checking the bureau.
You get the sense. So far, he's good. You get the sense.
I mean, nobody's hurt, so he's been doing pretty well so far.
Who's the volcano one?
Wait.
Who's the volcano one? Is that Grog?
Sounds like it.
No, because first one was red.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
No, red would be Grog. Red would be Grog because of rage, because it said a volcano and a screaming face, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be Grog. I thought that one was the trap.
Green is Keyleth. I just picked Pike.
Yep.
Next one is Vex.
I it's not gonna fucking. Can everyone back up, please?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm saying right fucking.
Please back the fuck up. I'm going to do something stupid.
Yeah, and I need
That
to
is
be
exactly why we are here.
All right, cool. I'm pulling on the door. I'm gonna take the symbol of Sarenrae off my neck and I'm gonna push it against the door, and then I'm gonna try the door.
Oh shit.
It said something about being smart to enter this door, right?
Yeah.
I'll try casting Dispel Magic on the next lock.
You try casting Dispel Magic on the next lock?
Mm-hmm.
At what level?
Base level 3.
All right, so you're gonna have to make a roll for me.
I'm just being there to warding maneuver.
He's gonna make a charisma check, just straight charisma. 17.
Mm-hmm.
So you play a little tune on your lute, and as you kind of play that last chord, you watch as these sort of like ripples go through the air as the magic goes out to affect the next lock, and it washes across the lock and does not appear to have any effect.
Whatever spell is enchanted into this lock seems like it's really powerful.
Cool. All right, next lock.
You got this, buddy.
I'll take a half step back.
Okay.
Just preparing to like yank Fike back if she needs to react.
I'm definitely still fascinated.
How about you sing me a song, Biro?
Yeah,
I'll
Bard.
do that. Yeah, I'll
Bard me up.
I'll pat him on the back and say, "You got this, buddy," and then I'll play a soothing song.
This is my bardic inspiration right now. My God.
Yeah.
All right, so you get a D8, right? It's a D8 for you.
Yep, D8.
Still.
I wish you would have stopped at just a paladin.
So you have inspiration. Would you like to use your inspiration, Fike?
No, I'm good with a 30.
You're good with a 30. In another matter of seconds, the locks tumble and turn. This one's to the left. You see they appear to be alternating. And as the lock turns, the spherical lock lights up a bright, vibrant blue color.
Okay, so that's good. That's that one. What's the next picture?
Wait. Yeah, what's the next picture?
The next one down, you see a motif of daggers and ravens.
Katan's interested in that one.
That
she doesn't know it, but
wait, would any of us know Vax? Like, was Vax kind of like?
Oh,
Vax
yeah.
Okay.
He's obviously still not around.
Yeah, Cortanus would be the one who doesn't really.
But you would know him from the stories.
Okay. I didn't know if they talked about him because
That's
it was like
one of the benefits. One of the benefits of traveling with a bard in the party is that your deeds can become legend.
It's true.
Because they never shut up.
So Nux is gonna become a bard, right?
You really think Scanlan would have left out Vax from his stories?
Well, also Terry.
Or Terry. Yeah. I mean, you have two
Terry wrote
people.
a whole book about him.
Yeah.
Let's get on 2 continents.
Scanlan's even said and made canon that he wrote down the book stories of Vox Machina and wrote a series of books on their adventures.
Terry's the one that got him published.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm
But-
just fucking around.
But anyway,
I think that's good, right? Right. Vax had to do something with ravens, right? Right. Am I right?
he was
that
he was
seems
a
right.
champion of the Raven Queen. You're a bard. You know stuff.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
some
that's-
Stories.
Immediately interested if they tell her that.
All right. Can I try the
Got
door
this.
now?
Yes. Yes. Go.
I'll be idly telling Cortanis more about Vax from whatever I know
Okay.
while we
I,
watch.
I,
I'll say Bureau that Bureau knows essentially what you know, but more of a like glorified here, like how you can consider some of like Homer history, but it's definitely greatly embellished and
So like dagger, 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 dagger.
yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, like the story you got is generally correct, but it's the MCU film version of what happened. You know,
Just immediately has
It's-
the utmost respect. for-
no, like it's like the the glorified hero. You know,
Mhm.
but it still had those intimate moments. So the in between moments. But anyway, so you could tell. We'll get to that in a moment. But Fike, you go on to pick the next one with a 31. Would you like to use your inspiration on this one?
You know what? I would like to use inspiration on this one.
You would like to use
No!
your inspiration on this
Don't
one,
do
would
it,
you?
Don't do it.
Do like does a lot correspond to like letters or anything like that? Is this just like VAX? Is that how smart it have to be?
So 30. That's a
Three.
33 then. Yeah.
Finger of death.
God, no. Fuck.
This one actually takes you a minute, and
Ooh.
as you're getting it, it's the first one that almost has like a. It's hard to like in someone who really understands locks and the functioning of locks and how they're picked. There's almost like this little "Hey, I gotcha," like as you get it. There's this little thing in there that gives you this little, like something it was about.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a false- yeah. So it makes you think that something's about to go off, and you get like this little static shock from it. But it's fine. You actually get it, and it's weird, like this black shadowy like light emanates from the lock.
Is something the matter?
No, it's fine. Did that one open?
Yeah, it turned.
And there's one more left.
2 more left.
I'll keep playing a song to keep him focused.
What was the color? What did it turn into?
It's
Black. It's black.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know
Okay.
if he said black.
So this one is going to be.
Wait, yeah. What's the next?
Is this one?
picture?
Is this one a dragon?
Nope. The next one down, you recognize instantly as the crest of Whitestone.
Well, that one's easy. Wait, what are the other pictures after?
There's only one after that, and that one you see
There's a shotgun
Biero.
named at a crotch.
Biero, you instantly recognize the instrument that is in this motif as a sham.
Oh,
So it isn't an
Uh,
epic picture of a dick lightning. So.
As a matter of fact, there's also the small image of a gnome, crotch thrust forward, with what looks to be a bolt of electricity arcing out around the exterior of the lock.
Out of principle, I'm done.
Katana
The
still
legend-
looks at that and like, what story is that?
The legend of Master Scanlan in all his glory.
I'm kind of glad we don't have to deal with him because I don't want lightning coming out of someone's dick.
Glory
That's just weird.
is a word. Perhaps not the one I would choose.
It's all about a great performance to make memories, gentlemen.
Listen, Bureau, please don't ever make lightning come out of your dick, man. Seriously, that's just weird.
That's
I'm
nice.
gonna use my bardic inspiration. Get that up to a 30 at least.
Katana pulls out her notebook and writes the word dick and just
to a
like
30 at
underscores
least.
it and then crosses it out. Not using that.
Lightning, dick.
So 30 total on the Percival lock.
Yeah, I'm prepared to get blasted.
Um,
Oh boy.
30 was the DC. It was just been
Oh god.
this has been a climbing. This has been a climbing.
Wow.
Bill, just let me know.
Climbing DC.
Remember how like they're like when Vex shot the spoilers, when Vex shot the arrow into the thing
Yes,
at
yeah.
the bottom? Yeah, you know, like, oh, a 35 is near fucking impossible, aka Matt Mercer said those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Just letting you know, I'm level 9 or 10.
Right back.
You
Oh
moving
my
on to the
gosh.
last one? The Scanlan one?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
This
So
one's
I'll-
fine. This one's just gonna kill me. That's good.
I'll inspire him again, and also if there's something I can do to assist him, like prestidigitation to brighten it up or something like that, I'll do that.
Sure. Do you have the light spell?
I don't have the light spell. I have prestidigitation.
Set my hair on fire.
Yeah, I'll let you use prestidigitation. Essentially, you snap your finger, and your thumb turns into like one of those, like when you break one of those like
stick?
neon glow
Yeah.
stick flare things. Yeah. And the bottom
Oh
one,
my gosh.
yeah, you see the thing around it. And you have been inspired, Fike. So
All right.
Honestly, Sayao, I wouldn't put it past him if that was what was in there. Would not put it past him if that's what was in the trap.
would you like to use your inspiration? Yeah.
Does he also get
Oh,
advantage
no.
because I was assisting him?
No, he
Oh,
does
shit.
not.
Oh shit.
All right. I'm about to ride the lightning. Where's Shango? Woo!
Whoa!
All of a sudden, you're like, "Ah!"
Preparing to yank him back.
So
Can I give him my inspiration? My DM
Oh, I
inspiration?
you can, but you can. This is the only one you can't all continually give him the inspiration.
I was about
So you
to
get-
say,
You find out
So
the
you
DC
get-
on this is actually 69.
The bardic inspiration roll stays the same, so it's only a 1.
Oh boy.
But you can roll again.
Oh.
So Fike, as you're in there, you get the first tumbler, you get past it, and as you think you get the second tumbler, you instantly feel it. Like you're past the point of being able to back out. You fucked it up, but you feel it happen, and you guys all hear audibly, just sourceless out of nowhere, the sound of and
It's
Fike
not good.
Fike
That's not
just
good.
vanishes.
Ah!
Uh,
Where the fuck you go?
What?
Where did he go? What the hell happened?
The-
Fike!
Fike?
And I will grab the area where he was.
There's nothing there. It's just empty space.
He's gone!
Looking to Biero.
The fuck happened?
What in the nine hells with that?
I'll you know,
Whoa.
give him back!
You're roboting hard to me, is it?
Yeah, I couldn't hear a
Yeah.
goddamn thing you were saying, Nox.
Oh, he banged on the door and yelled really loud, "Give him back, motherfuckers!"
So Shango, you hear that echoing through the through the halls of the embassy.
all right. Oh,
What
just
happened?
that.
Whoa, what
I don't know.
That was really
Where'd
weird.
everybody go?
Everyone just
What
disappeared.
happened?
No.
Everyone's gone.
Ah!
I'm the only one.
I only see myself.
No, I'm the only one.
So do I.
Roll 20.
I'm the only one.
Roll
We're
20.
the only one.
I'm gonna reload
God
the
damn it,
page.
Bill, you banished me into
Reload.
another game.
Reload. Fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna reload it. Oh, there's Fike. Fike and Knox.
Look at there.
Everybody's
Look at there.
reloading.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay.
Spike disappeared and so did
Okay,
everybody
there we are.
else. And roll 20.
It's
Yeah.
not
No,
me that
Spike
disappeared.
disappeared.
It was all of you guys.
What's everybody?
Fuck.
That was weird. They all
So-
disappeared.
So what are you guys doing? Like Fike is just gone.
Trying to figure out where Fike went.
Yeah, looking to Biero for like some knowledge on
Yeah.
this since he seemed to know
Did
the
I-
most about this.
Did I get a sense as to whether it was a banishment or a teleportation spell?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You said I heard the last commotion, right?
Yeah, you heard that last one where Noxus was banging on the window or on the door and yelling, "Give them back, you motherfuckers!"
I muttered to
13.
myself, like, what are you up to again?
I'll give him my
Make my way down.
inspiration. I'll give
All
him
right.
my inspiration.
All right, you can roll again there, Bureau. 15. Do you not have Jack of all trades?
I do. My intelligence modifier is a 1, though.
Oh, all right. So 15. You're not sure.
I will try to call out to him with the message bracelets and see if he's at least just been transported to another area.
Well,
of
that
the
goes to everybody. It doesn't just go to
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Well,
that's fine.
But so you all hear Bureau talking to the bracelet. Fike, you do not.
Oh shit.
All right. Who has
That's a-
fucking personal
you
speed
guys-
dial?
Yeah.
Right now. Who's got him on speed dial? We're calling him fucking right now. This is not cool.
Shango, we might need you.
On my way. And now I actually hurry down instead of just walking.
Yeah.
Well,
So you
I
come
hurry.
down-
Yeah, I hurry into the common area. Don't see anybody. Be like,
Yeah.
where would I find you?
So you message them back. Where are you guys?
We're in,
We just had a moment. and
I'm not the one that
Fuck out.
I'm not the one that decided to go down there, man. You guys.
No, it's not your fault. Like shit, we fucking lost Mike.
Uh,
We were told we had access to this, I think.
Where?
in the
All right.
basement.
You have the same
worry.
access to it that anyone does.
Ugh.
Right, so I
If
start rolling
Percy is not the most literal person in the world, I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh, Percy, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair.
So
if you
Shango,
roll-
you come downstairs to find the rest of your party sans Fike, and they all look a bit panicked.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck
And there's
are
a
they?
door. There's a door off to the side. Make a perception check.
Yeah, Knox is hyperventilating at this moment.
Oh, I lost my sheet because I reloaded.
Oh right, I gotta do that too.
Yeah, I was like, where's my sheet?
Oh, mine's there.
And there's this door. There's just like this blank, like big metal door there.
Where's the father go this time again?
I,
Picked a lock and then he disappeared.
he's been these locks were trapped with magic, and he seems to have slipped up on the last lock and been either banished or teleported somewhere.
Can I investigate the lock to try to figure out what kind of trap was on it?
Make an investigation check.
With help from your Trism that has
As-
super intelligence.
Don't tell me
As
it's
I'm-
Go ahead, sorry.
As
Jacob.
I'm walking up, I'm also muttering to myself, to cast guidance for myself. Stormlord, I'll need your help. 15 total.
15.
That's
So
what I
you
think.
see the 7 locks. You see the motifs that are around them that everyone else has seen at this point. They are, but there's no. As you're looking at them, though they've looked this way the entire time since you've been down here, they are not lit up. As a matter of fact, all the locks are back to a vertical position, as if they've not been picked at all.
Oh.
It's like, what the fuck? He's
And I can't discern. I cannot discern what kind of trap is on them.
You discern the same thing that Bureau did because he's kind of conferring with you as you look at them. That the locks are mechanical in nature, but the effects that are triggered are arcane in nature. If someone is not successful in picking them or having the key.
Gotcha.
At this point, Noxus is kind of like on the ground, hugging Shango's legs, like, bring him back, man, please, just bring him back.
We're on it. We are working. Well,
We know it's
the
not
man
the
who
spell.
created, but we know the man who created this door.
That is true. We can get a hold of Lord Derolo.
Yeah, who's got him on speed dial? We gotta call him.
This power appears to be beyond my understanding. My apologies for not being good enough. Again.
Well, we haven't failed yet.
Sierra, I believe you can contact the Lord. Yes, you did.
I mean,
No, come back, Mike.
what do you want from me, man? Like,
Come back, Mike.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
wait, what did you say? Wait,
Mike
what'd you
technically
I said
failed.
Mike technically failed.
Oh my gosh.
Unless he's on the other side of the door.
Do we have a quick way to contact Percy?
Sending?
Is Bureau sending?
I do.
Bureau does. I don't think any of you have seen him cast it before.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, have we not?
So you don't. I don't think. No, I don't think he's ever cast it in front of you.
Oh,
Yeah, I can try casting. Did I?
Yeah, Craghammer people, Thunderbrands.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you do know he has it. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So
Good remembering, Knox.
Hey.
Yeah, I can try sending to Lord Derolo unless any of you've got a more reliable
Nope.
emergency button.
That's it. That's all we got. We got nothing else.
Given that he hath created this, I would suppose he would be the one who would understand it.
Wait a
best.
minute. Well, yeah, I was gonna say we got Keyleth too, but she just kind of walked out the door, and it's been hours, so she's probably gone.
Yeah.
Yes, the voice is back and the summit peaks tending to the matter stair.
All right, let's see.
I'll cast sending to Percy, and I'll say, Lord Derolo, we are at Grayskull, and Fike has disappeared while inspecting a fancy door. Advice, please.
18.
18. Anything else then? Or do you? I mean, you don't have to fill it all. You don't have to. You don't. You gotta
use all 25.
Fancy door in the basement. Your work? Scanlan lock? I don't know.
Scanlan door?
Please help.
Please help. So you get a reply after a minute. You hear, "Oh shit." I hope it's not the door in the basement to my workshop. If so, which lock?
Cast it again. Yes, that door. 7th lock with Scanlan on it.
Oh, clever. You figured out the theme. worry not. You should see him in about 24 hours.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Where did he go?
Like, worry not?
Where is he?
He didn't get dinner.
Wait, not 24. Not 24. 4. Sorry. And then, it cuts out.
Oh my god.
And I'll repeat that to everybody. He says, "Don't worry, we should see him again in about 4 hours."
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
He seemed to respect that we figured out the theme, though, for what that's worth.
Did he tell you where he went?
No.
Oh, motherfucker.
A pocket dimension, I presume.
Yes, there's a huge difference between 24 and 4. Moons of Egg.
Yeah. He said 24 and then he switched it. Oh, wait, no. It's 4. So, in that case, Knox will go get food and bring it down and wait for the 4 hours for Mike to return because he thinks that's where he's going to come back. He's like, I don't know where else my buddy went. This is where I last saw him. I think this is where he's going to be.
I'll keep looking at the locks for a couple minutes with Zephyr on my hand, kind of like a Bond villain petting her.
So you're all just going to sit there for 4 hours?
Oh, hell yeah.
Bring down some food. Bring down the plate you set up for Shango or Sao.
So you guys basically set up a little camp here outside the door.
And make sure no one else touches these fucking locks.
You build like a little blanket fort.
Yes, blanket fort with pillows.
You cast Liamon's tiny blanket fort.
Yes.
Mike, we got.
Yeah, you can make it look any way you want, right? It can look like a blanket.
Exactly. You can look exactly how you want it to.
Yeah.
And but yeah, is there anything you guys talk about? Anything particular? Or do you guys just shoot the shit? Or do you just want to wait for Mike to get back?
This was a terrible idea.
I tried to stop him. I'm sorry, it didn't work. I wasn't really persuasive enough. I kind of wanted to see what happened, so it's partially my fault. I'm sorry.
Sometimes we got to take risks.
Yes, he certainly got a decent distance before problems, but this is...
Maybe...
He did?
Yeah, maybe we can try it again.
Seemeth to have trouble with the last lock, Shango.
Maybe...
All of them looked untouched to me.
They hadn't changed colors before.
I think they reset. So
yeah, it looks, now that he points it out, you guys look over. It looks like all the locks reset.
Mike's not happy.
So 4 hours goes. We fast forward 4 hours.
Doing that? Where was he the entire time? Holy shit!
Yeah, he's about to
Spike.
I want to spend
Spike.
I want to spend some time with the 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the Flame Reach Outpost. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. You want to talk with the group about that? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, we have to wait for our father to return from his mishap adventures. Do we hope to set out, or should I say, I hope to set out to the Flame Reach Outpost? Maybe not the next morning, but the dawn after.
Yes, perhaps some supplies would be in order from the city, and also some scouting. I believe I have a way of doing so now, at least for the terrain, to see if there's a rift.
I have some interest in that as well. Will we be exploring the crater?
In the Cloud Drop district?
That was in the Cloud Top. The Cloud Top district.
If you wish to start with the crater, we might also do so.
I think exploring this source of these issues and maybe facing the challenge head on with these elementals might be a way to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. Proving ourselves to Cord and aiding Keyleth and
What's to be
everyone else.
aiding a druid in killing 2 birds?
Bureau, you might want to make that 3 birds, because I think I need to do something really freaking heroic for anyone at the Platinum Dragon Sanctuary to look at me. So,
Like,
3 birds
as
with 1
in
stone.
saving the breadbasket of the East? Or
No.
destroying the champion of Lolth?
Bread basket.
Would they even believe me? And I mean,
We have
I
painting.
don't. Well, yeah, but I don't. Would you go around and tell people that we aided the, because we aided the drow culture? I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. They're gonna ask, like, how'd you kill her? It's gonna come up that, oh yeah, the Empress is our friend, and no one likes drows. So I was thinking about that, but then before I said something, I thought, you guys should be proud of me. I actually thought of something, but it didn't work. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do something current, like right today or in this week, for them to believe me.
We certainly doth have a mission that would be pertinent to that.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Today
I could
grows
go back
rather.
and try. But...
Yeah. Today grows rather short, especially with another 3.5 hours of sitting
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the 4 hours, you're not there yet because obviously you guys are like in the middle of it. But at
Yeah.
the end of the 4 hours, it would be like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we plan to go to bed anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish to find the Lyceum tomorrow to see if I can educate myself. If anyone dares to join me. Not dares.
Yeah,
Cares
I'm
to join me.
not the best at like research, but I kind of need your help, Shango and Bureau, to learn about like what I need to do for this dragon guy. I don't even remember his name, but I know he's an elf, and he's kind of a dick. But I'm not surprised. But yeah, I need your guys' help, like really badly.
Sure. How
But of course.
can I help?
I need you to read the books to me.
Okay.
To put it simply,
Can be arranged.
I'm not studious. I did not do well in school.
An idea I have for a more interactive way of getting the material.
Shingo
Wait,
invents
what is
pop-up books.
What is this in character way you speak of? What's out of character?
A more interesting. Not in character.
Oh. I thought you said in character.
No, more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to it, and I'm very skeptical, but I'm hoping it works.
Lyceum is in the Cloudtop district, correct?
It is.
Then perhaps some of us can also inspect the crater in the meanwhile.
As you say that, Cortanus, you guys suddenly hear Father Fike screaming as he lands flat, belly first on the stone floor. Fike, you have been falling in a featureless landscape for the last 4 hours.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Oh no! Oh no!
And it felt like 4 hours for him?
I grabbed the plate.
Yeah, it was for 4 hours.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
No, you said
30, but you have begun for 4 hours.
Oh my! Did we cut out
How
again?
was it?
Are you all right?
What? Oh fuck! Where's the lock?
No.
No.
Stay away from the lock. Stop. No fight.
Are all the locks normal?
They look like they're back to being they've reset. Yeah.
I'm going to very casually stand up. Looks like you had a very nice tea party.
Yes, we
were actually
brought you some food.
Yeah,
And
we're waiting for you.
I'm going to fucking kill him. and I'm just gonna storm off to bed.
Wait.
I am most
Fike.
intrigued. How was your journey?
Who's he
just
gonna
said
kill?
He's gonna kill Percy. He said he just fell for 4
You
hours.
can certainly try.
You guys don't know that. He didn't tell you where he was.
Yeah, he said he's been falling for the last 4 hours.
He did say that.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Stormed off.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Almost,
I will follow him.
experience.
I'll follow him and be like, "Wait, Fight, come back."
I have literally been falling for the last 4 hours.
Yeah.
Most interesting experience.
And I'm just gonna find the nearest bedroom that's not been claimed and just slam the door.
Whack!
Knox will try and go up to his door and knock on it and just be like, "You all right, buddy?"
No. I peed a little.
All right, it happens. No judgment. Do you want me to get you something or maybe someone? I mean,
And I kind of just open up the bag and I check and I make sure the box is still there.
It's still there.
No.
you want me to leave you alone?
Yes.
All right. I'm right next door. And he'll go in the room next door and eventually fall asleep if Fike doesn't need him.
Okay. If there's no objection, you guys probably take a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does that 4 hours not count as a long rest?
No, it does not.
You're not Nell. You're not Nell.
Long rests are generally 8 hours.
And don't
Actively
consist of
falling
falling the
and-
entire
Yeah,
time.
and don't consist of falling the
Not
entire
very restful.
It was like one of those. No, it's like one of those. Like air, like your was like parachute, not like parachuting, but like free falling, that sort of thing where you're like in the burst of wind, it's just pushing you up the entire time, just like with a parachute in your back.
Yeah.
On the
By
way
the way,
to bed.
Not only that, Fike, once you figured it out, it became only jump scares when you didn't see it coming, but there were all these crazy illusions of monsters flying through the air coming towards you with their jaws open, like
Yeah.
ancient dragons
These
and
types of
purple
jump scares.
worms and freaking like pit fiends and like just you don't even know what some of the shit
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Like if I just assassinated Percy or tried, probably pretty bad, right?
probably pretty bad.
I'm gonna roll stats. I'm just gonna roll stats right now.
God damn it.
I'm just gonna roll stats.
I
Fike
mean,
just leaves
the
and
remaining
goes
members
to
of Vox Machina would definitely come after you.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be successful. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, they're all not gods anymore. They're not all. You take them.
On the way to bed, I'm gonna lay a hand on Cortana's shoulder and just say, "Thank you," and then step away unless she stops me.
Try to get some rest.
I shall.
All right. So you guys all come to consciousness in the morning after some of you have a more restful sleep than others.
Oh, what
After that,
a
we're all
great
just-
day.
You wake to the delicious smells of breakfast foods coming wafting through the halls of Grayskull Embassy.
Jarvis followed us.
No, I'm
Oh,
sure there's
no.
staff here.
Yes, they have their own stuff.
Jarvis.
Nope.
Jarvis.
Nothing.
No.
Damn it. I miss Jarvis. He's my favorite. Don't tell Friday.
Eventually, when everyone starts congregating downstairs, I'm just gonna take the box out of its sack and I'm gonna bring it downstairs for the middle of the table.
All right. So the rest of you are sitting around a table as Lena, provides you with delicious breakfast foods. biscuits and gravy and eggs and lox and bagels and all sorts of delicious breakfast foods. Yeah. You see Fike come downstairs with a fancy-looking box as he sets it on the middle of the.
Ooh,
Oh,
most intriguing.
we're about to do this, aren't we, Fike?
Do
Looking
what?
between the two of them.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh boy.
Well, last
Are you
night kind of.
disappearing again?
No, I'm fine. Hopefully the box won't. Please don't touch the box. Unless I authorize you to touch the box.
All right.
This is what I wanted to come to Amon for. This is me and Deidre's last project we worked on together.
Deidre?
Ooh.
She was my
Clover?
employer. She apparently her skills of hers, which I guess Percy took a few notes from her. Those locks were very intricate, and so are these. But Shango, you might be interested in this box. This is the box of planar escape, which we helped design for some mage in the district. I don't know who, but it was meant to, as a last case scenario, to shoot itself and its contents into the astral sea in case anyone tried to pick it or break into it.
Whoa, that's heavy.
The box. Wait, the box will transport itself and its contents.
Correct.
Whoa, what's in the box?
What's in the
Relate-
box?
Relate the enchantments on this.
Yeah, there's one, two. I'm not sure. I don't know magic shit. Apparently, I'm a fucking idiot. You can see visibly like Fike's pride is very hurt. But it's affixed with 5 locks, each which requires a certain key. If each key is not applied to the lock and turned at the same time, the box and its contents are shot into the astral sea. If and it was attempting to pick the lock, which is very difficult, and fails, it shoots into the astral sea. Basically, if you don't have all the keys and turn them all at the same time, the box and its contents are shot to the astral sea. And this box contains something that I would like very much so.
Whoa, what's in it?
A hole?
A hole at the bottom of the sea?
No, a hole filled with treasure.
Oh. How much treasure we in?
A hole's worth?
How deep of a hole are we referring to?
I wouldn't know the exact dimensions of that hole, would I?
Yeah, you would.
I think it's 5 feet wide.
I think it's 10 feet by 10 feet.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a circular, cylindrical hole that's like 10 feet in diameter and drops down 10 feet.
Yeah,
it's a portable hole.
Yeah, I was wondering if Kratos would understand that reference, or if they call it something different, or.
Make a Arcana check.
Probably not, but nope.
Nope.
Oh, I don't have a fancy name for this. Fantastic.
Are you referring to monetary treasure as in coin?
There might have been some other stuff in that. I didn't really. As a locksmith, you tend not to try to look inside the vault after you pick it because it makes temptations. So I was not there for the scooping of the contents, but there might be something of there of more magical value. I don't know.
Do you have the keys?
Point taken.
Oh, I'm sorry. The portable hole. You would know everything about it, Fike. I feel like based on your backstory, I feel like you would know exactly what it is. Fine black cloth, soft as silk, is folded up to the dimensions of a handkerchief. It unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter. You can use an action to unfold a portable hole and place it on or against a solid surface, whereupon the portable hole creates an extra dimensional hole 10 feet deep. The cylindrical space within the hole exists on a different plane, so it can't be used to create open passages. Any creature inside an open portable hole can exit the hole by climbing out of it. You can use an action to blah, 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 blah. So,
Yeah, what the DM said.
Yeah.
So
You said you helped create this box?
Yeah, I designed, and I point to the lock on the top of the box. It does not look like it's interjoined with the other 4 locks around that are surrounding the box. Yeah, I designed that one. It took me 8.5 months.
Most interesting.
how,
Was it
how
you?
big you-
would you like to
The-
describe what they're looking at, Fike?
Yes, it's a purplish bluish wood, almost like a purple heart that has these silver filigree around it and what looks like sweeping grasses across the bottom. That's all inlaid. In the top, it's just a swirly pattern, um, very volcanic in nature.
I want that as a dice box.
And I have one of the keys that we need to open it.
who has the other keys?
The gentleman we saw last night.
Ah, fuck.
It's one.
Who?
Gosh damn it.
Oh,
Gentleman?
yeah.
What
This
did you
is-
miss?
We saw someone at the docks. I told you guys I used to be a con man, correct?
Yes.
So
No.
Yeah, welcome to the group, Miro. Sorry.
yeah, Bureau. Here's like
No, he was there for that, right? And he said, like, I'm just a con man from Amon when he was saying when he was said he was the chosen one. Yeah, he said that out loud.
yeah,
I
I
did?
did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
I forgot
Okay.
about that.
Nothing. He was like, I'm a con man from Amon. I'm nothing.
Yeah. Basically, I offered a large sum of money for a single night's work, and being a very dim child in my youth, I said yes. And my single solitary job was to crack the proverbial vault that had this inside. And after the hole was used and we filled it with treasure, we brought the hole back and we need to stash it somewhere because obviously, thieving. And this is my first and last heist. This is the gold from that.
Okay. And that guy that you and I saw yesterday.
Part
Other
of my
keys.
Yeah, well, he has one key. There's Karik Gold Grip. He was kind of like the mastermind of all this, and there's a few others. There was a Black Dragonborn named Scorn who didn't talk much, but said if I got any closer to him, he would melt my face. So I didn't ask any more questions than that. And there was another guy, some fucking nerd, Felix, I think it was. But they have the other 4 keys, and Cruxus is the one we saw last night at the docks.
When he says scorn, does that ring a bell to me at all? Dragonborn.
No.
Not all Dragonborns know each other.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I might as well ask.
Yeah.
We're rare, so might as
That's
well
your,
ask.
that's your brother.
So
I have a brother.
Noxus and Scorn, best friends forever.
So you want all the keys to this box. Do they also want all the keys to this box? Should we
Yes.
expect
Imagine
people
so.
trying to attack you?
I mean, they. Well, big hero. It's cat out of the bag. Hi, my name is Ventus Silverwind. Father Fike is a ruse.
You roboted out at the name part.
Yeah.
Oh, Ventus Silverwind is my name, the one I was given at birth, and Father Fike is a ruse.
Is this what you were referring to when you said you'd already lied to me?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's the one lie
Fair
I
enough.
told you.
Is it truly a ruse at this point? It's an honest question.
I ask myself that every morning when I wake up.
Well, I mean, we can call you by your real name if you want, but if it's out of protection, then I understand. But if it's messing with you, man, I don't want to.
Doth they know you are here?
No, not that.
You said you saw one.
I did. We were quite a distance away, but the glint from the key he wore around his neck caught my eye, and I recognized it instantly. And I kind of pull out the heart-shaped key that I have, and it's very intricate, and all the cut grooves are very like high and low and high and low, and it's like a very intricately cut key.
Is the location of the box known to all 5?
No, that's why after the heist, they planned on killing me.
So pursuit we should not expect.
No.
Was it your master that crafted this magnificent enchantment on it?
I didn't enchant that. But
was it your master? Was it the your mage?
Group effort. Group effort. I made this one.
I'm most intrigued by this trap to send it across the plains into the astral sea.
That's what I said. I said, Django, you would probably be intrigued by this, and you just confirmed that. So yes, thank you.
You are right.
Wow, this is pretty heavy, Frank.
Forgive me, this is much to take in.
Well, I told you that it was a ruse for my protection during Drenna.
You did.
Did Samurai guide your hand in the enchanting?
No, Samurai was not part of my life.
Oh.
Are you really just enthralled about the enchanting of the box?
What is most fascinating?
I mean, you could look at. I'll slide the box over to you. You can look at it, but please don't ask me another question about the enchantment of the box. I don't know magic.
I immediately go up to study the box from all sides and be like, huh. Try to look for any runes on it or anything.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
While doing that, like Cortaz is just kind of like giving a side glance over to Shango. Seemeth our time here hath gotten even more busy.
No,
You are too excited, Shango.
Yes.
Yeah. You're just like a kid in Toys R Us. You're just.
I just handed you the Optimus Prime Transformer. It's a truck right now.
I hope it didn't break off the antenna or something.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no!
You broke it!
Into the sea!
All right. Well, like I told you, Fight. Now that we've told everyone, we can figure out if we need to deal with that now or later.
No, this is a later thing. This will fix our money problems. This is not. The important thing is that
you have money problems.
Of course, we have money problems. Everyone has money problems.
We're kind of almost broke.
Always?
Compared to what we were. The
point is,
we have a keep. We have food. We have each other. I don't see what else we need.
You're Nox.
Well, not for nothing. I
You're
think we
talking
need
to the
fire
farm boy. As long as he has dirt beneath his feet, he thinks he's rich.
Right.
We got friendship.
The real treasure was the friendship we made along the way.
Oh boy.
And that's how the party
Ladies
became
will
Care
over here.
Bears.
Care Bears.
Shingo is a Care Bear, yeah.
Bears.
If you excuse me, I'm gonna go terribly pick that lock from downstairs again.
No.
Jesus, for the love of Samurai. So this is a later thing. I'm just letting you know. We fight on our terms. I will give you descriptions of them, and I would like to open this eventually, if we can. And please, for the love of God, don't try to pick it.
You
Oh,
said they
compared
attempted to
compared-
kill you.
Say again?
You said they attempted to kill you afterwards.
Yeah, So I divvied up the keys because that was the best way to make sure that we didn't all stab each other in the back. Because I was told they were all strangers, but they were all in cahoots against me, and I kind of, grabbed the box, grabbed my key, jumped out the back window, got my hand, and ran a little orphanage where I grew up and stashed it there, and then I left town.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That place that you and I went to, that was where you lived.
Yeah.
Cortanis rolled a natural 20 insight on you, Fike. 25 total.
What is she trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Whether that
what
was
do
all
you?
true.
Every word of it.
4 key holders are pursued by the law.
One of them was just sitting on the docks, kicking in the waves. I assume he's not in.
And did I take it that you are intending to go on a manhunt?
I'm going on a key hunt. A man needs to die because of that, then yes. But they killed Deidre, and I can't let that stand.
Do you care to elaborate on killing your master?
I kind of take out the lockpick set that has the initials DI branded into the leather. And the lockpick set is very intricate and fine compared to any other lockpicking set you might have seen, which is shitty and kind of haphazardly thrown together. This one's very fine and official looking. I broke into her shop when I was a kid, and she actually was surprised that I could break in, and she said she could turn me in or I could work for her. And I did not feel like being in jail, so I said, I'll work for you. And I worked under her for about 6 or so years. And then after the job, I went back, thinking they might have been looking for me and telling her that it was so fucking stupid. I should not have went back. I shouldn't have brought them there. But she was tied up, and they tried to get the information out of her. And
I'm sorry to have poked the story.
no, it's fine.
I merely wish to. Father, you are a close member of this group, and we've saved each other's lives. Yet, if we are to go on a hunt for keys, possibly for lives, I would like to ascertain that we do not hunt innocent.
No, of course not. They killed Deidre. I can't let that stand. That's not.
That is all that needs to be said.
I believe you.
These aren't innocent people. Wait a second. Do you think that little of me?
Of course not.
Thank you, Katanas. I was asking Shango.
Ooh. Salt, 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 salt.
Yeah, just like that cringe slightly.
What you have told so far was that there is a monetary treasure in this box that you would like to acquire for yourselves, even if it costs the life of others. I would question any character on ensuring the integrity of such a story.
I walk up to Shango and I press the heart-shaped key in his hand. And I go, spin the lock. It'll shoot it into the astral sea. I'm going to kill him anyways. This isn't for the money. This is for her.
I'll push the key back. That is all I wanted to make certain of. Not questioning of your character. Merely an affirming of your true nature. You shall bring justice.
Shango, Saren test me, not you. Please don't do it again.
Please don't do it again.
Point taken.
I understand how you feel, Fike. If I had been able to take on Nerul's forces by myself, I would have. But you have us, and we shall do what we can. And looking to the others for affirmation of that, but
Indeed.
One of them is very strong.
So are you?
Like,
Yeah, he has a trident. It's fucking badass.
just glances to Seo and his multiple weapons. I believe that can be taken care of.
Intimidated you are by your
Wait. So where's this guy?
We're just gonna fucking kick corpses, man. This is our one time we
You
get
want
to
us to
murder
kill
hobo.
that guy for you? We will totally kill that guy for you.
I already told you, Mike. I already told you. We're gonna kill him. Don't you worry. We're gonna kill him.
Can I get a beat on Biro and see what the fuck he's thinking?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
Did he come up from the sea?
No.
Aquaman.
No, he was he said he was
You're merfolk.
he said he was a gladiator from some other continent.
Do you know what he's here for?
Fishing? I have no clue. I assume he's just some.
Does he call himself the Spaniard?
No. We
Should
call.
If he is a gladiator, perhaps he shall be in the God's brawl.
Well, if you want this key that he has, should we be seeking him out?
No, this is a later thing. This does not need to be. This happened 10 years ago. This is not something that needs to be taken care of today. I'm just letting you know that I don't want to sneak off in the night anymore to do my own thing. I want to let you guys know what's happening, but I also don't want to be judged by you. Like, I'm constantly judged, and I kind of look down at everybody. And I understand
I don't do that.
You judge the fuck out of me, Noxus.
I'll try not to.
And I understand I'm not Shango's weird fucking cat, but I always land on my quote unquote feet.
Hey. Zephyr's right here. She can hear you.
Well, if we're
Ow. Ow. Ow.
I'm gonna assassinate the cat. I swear to God.
Oh no!
You're gonna assassinate a lot of people. Damn.
Well, if you don't want to go after this guy immediately, then should we be talking about what we're going to be doing next?
Absolutely. I just didn't want to bring this up and be like, "Hey, I feel like murdering this guy because he has this thing," and have you guys do 20 questions with me before we kill him. So
we appreciate Well, I appreciate you telling us, Spike.
Yes.
Yeah, honesty
Oh,
feels
respect.
weird. I think I'm gonna stop.
Our
Let's
gratitude to
hope
you.
that you do not.
Our gratitude to you sharing with us. And I glance over to Noxus with the whole everybody's telling everything.
Hey, I was the
We
one who
shall
told
take
him we
care.
should tell him.
We shall take care of your matter in time.
So what's next?
Well, I think it sounds like we're probably planning our next destination into somewhere pretty hot, so perhaps we should stop by Gilmore's shop and see if he has anything that can help protect us from fire.
That would certainly be better.
That
There
would
had
be
been
nothing
talk about
very
going to
good.
the Cloudtop district as well for information and perhaps scoping out that crater for.
Indeed.
Actually, Gilmore's would not be in the district.
Uh,
It would.
Abadar's Promenade is where
Yes.
it would be located.
where? How?
We-
Yeah.
The crater they wanted us to investigate, was that the one in the city walls or
It's in the
Yeah.
Cloudtop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was both that
Ah.
they brought up.
Yeah.
There was the Flaming Grove, the Flame Reach Grove that was outside the city, and then there was the crater,
Which is in the city.
which is in the city.
Okay. That helps. So
Yep.
first Gilmore's, then the crater, everyone?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Yet we have just mentioned the financially dire situation. I'm not sure how much Gilmore's be of benefit.
Some about
We shall
town
certainly stop.
seems to be a very nice fellow. I'm sure he'll give us a great deal, considering we're so damn amazing. And we know Keyleth. And, maybe she'll get like a 15% of what we spend or something like that. I don't know how her endorsement works.
Yeah.
I mentioned she is under some obligation to talk about Gilmore. I'm not sure. It's rather odd. Every so often she brings up his shop, seemingly out of nowhere.
Well, perhaps we can try to come to a similar arrangement.
Yes, I think that's very smart.
Maybe we can wear some cloaks that have his name written all over it.
Maybe. But we're not going to get that deal done sitting around here. So let's go.
Indeed.
Very well.
Off we go.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go hide the box real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you hiding it?
Can I investigate, find a corner spot that might be good?
You could pick that lock again and fail and leave it in
God.
the.
You
gotta
leave
leave it in there.
No,
It
that's
always
probably a terrible
falls.
idea. That's a terrible idea.
What are you gonna pick out?
Bad
If it's
idea.
anything like anything, it'll go immediately into the sea.
15 investigation. I mean, wherever you think you'd like to hide it. I mean, how clever do you think Fike would be in hiding it? You just gonna put a mattress or what?
Well, there's an arcane laboratory, right?
There is.
Yeah, somewhere in there, because it's gonna blend in with everything that's like weird and magic.
Okay. Make a
A stealth check for the box.
yeah, we'll call it stealth, I guess. Sure. All right.
Hiding in plain sight.
So you hide it with a 15.
Do we notice him doing that?
Yeah, I shot off stairs. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
He said, "Hey, I'm gonna go hide the box." So yeah.
Okay, I'll put down. I still have an ornate scroll case of pure silver. I'm gonna also set that somewhere around the laboratory, so it's not the only box. It might look like another spell scroll box.
Okay.
Maybe blend in a little bit more.
All right.
Kind of just give Shango a nod, but Fike's like half-cocked smirk that he always wears is gone for right now.
So you guys are walking into Amon.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Horsey time. Come on,
Horsey
Valor.
time.
Yeah, valor. To me.
I mean, yeah, I got Aura out, but other people want to use. I guess we still have the carpet for other people. So yeah.
You have the carpet still, yeah.
Yep. So Katana can use Aura.
Alrighty, so that shortens your travel time considerably. Or not too much, to be honest, but a little bit.
A little bit. That's all that matters.
Yeah, as you guys travel into the city, you enter. You go through the lower slums, and you enter in through the central district. I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever the direct route
or-
is.
Yeah, the most direct route.
Yeah. Where is Gilmore's again?
It's Abdar's, so it's behind the cloud top.
Abadar's
Promenade.
Promenade.
We're allowed to cut through the cloud top now, so we could cut through the cloud top and just go like that.
Yep. Or you could try to get through the erudite quarter.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Whatever
It's up
gets
to
us there
you.
faster.
I don't know what erudite means, so.
Fancy.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I'm scum.
Dagger is the quickest way.
It's like the gated community. It's Beverly Hills.
Oh, can we
let's
feed
go
our?
for the cloud
I'm
top.
gonna let's start feeding our horses some laxatives right before we go. Father
Social
Fike was
contract
here heading.
assholes.
So which way are you going?
I think the cloud top is the best.
Through the cloud top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys are making your way through the central district. As you wind your way through the streets, the city is a buzz with activity. It's a large metropolitan city. There's people going this way and that all the time. All sorts of business being done everywhere you look. It's it's New York City. It's at least for Taldore anyway. As you are making your way through the city, Fike and Noxus, if you two could make perception checks for me.
Because I have my shield, would that give me advantage? Because it says it does.
What shield is that?
Sentinel shield.
Yes, you would.
There's like a mirror
I
you
wanna
can
use
see
luck.
everywhere.
Can I use luck?
If you'd like.
Yeah, definitely.
You can use luck whenever you want.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just nice to ask.
All right. So as you guys are making your way, Fike or Noxus, are you on the you're on the carpet?
Yeah.
Because I imagine Fike's on his, Cortanis is on her horse.
Yeah, I'm on the carpet.
Okay. The rest of you could fit on the carpet if you want to,
Sure.
unless one of you guys want to be double horses.
The carpet is significantly faster than walking, right?
It's actually
About the same.
It's actually about the same. It's 30 feet,
Oh, then I'll be walking.
but which is faster than walking because your speed in combat is not the same as your
It's a
walking speed.
sprint.
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not like
I guess.
yeah. So
Sprinting through the town. Yeah,
no, but yeah,
I'll
so,
probably
so yes, it would be.
Yeah, I started walking and I noticed everybody leaving behind. I was like, I jump on the carpet.
All right, so you, Biero, Seao, and Noxus are on the carpet. Noxus, you have a little bit more of an area. As you're making your way through the central district, you totally see that guy from the docks yesterday.
Which way is he looking?
He's not looking at you, but he's probably like 60 feet away from you up the street.
Are we walking are we gonna make a head-on to head-on, or is he walking in the same direction as us?
No, he's not moving. He's like at a stand. It looks like he's.
I will, as carefully as I can, get everybody to stop and be like, "Hey, we gotta hide! We gotta hide!"
Like slowing down or looking at
Okay.
what?
There's a lot of guys.
We're on two horses and a carpet.
Fight the guy! and I'll point.
Did we get a lot of attention, by the way, having a flying carpet?
Yes. How much fucking attention is Nox drawing to us right now?
We generally have a flying carpet in the middle of town, right? So
yeah,
Carpet,
I mean,
carpet flanked by 2 horses.
Yeah, most people are giving you like a double take. Nobody's like, no one's like, oh my god, but they're like, oh, that's not something you see every day.
We keep saying the guy.
It's like when you see like a super fancy car pull up next to you. You're like, oh.
You're like, oh, you don't see that every day.
You don't see that every day.
So I will land the carpet and I will like try and frantically roll it up to put it away in the bag of holding and be like, we gotta hide.
I'll step away slightly and pull up the hood on my cloak.
Okay.
Why are we hiding?
What has gotten into you?
One of the guys is right there. The guy that Fight told us about is right in there.
Then why are you drawing attention to us?
I'm not.
Why are we hiding?
Because Fike is right fucking here.
Then
and he
go.
knows Fike.
So
Fike, by the way, is just keep going. He's not stopping.
The fight.
Fike has the correct idea. Go, and then she's gonna follow after him.
Noxus, as you're saying this, you see, you see the guy that Fike referred to as Cruxus. After you're done talking with your companions, you look back over at him, and he's staring directly at you guys. And you can see his eyes following Fike.
Just trying to get between Fike and the rest of the group. Darn it.
Well, that wasn't the stealthiest way to handle this.
Just following Fike to make sure.
Noxus, you see this.
I will walk up to him. And
to who?
I will walk up to Cruxus and I will get down on my knee and I will say, and I'll change my voice and I'll say, please, sir, do you have any money to spare for a dragonborn who has no home?
So he's like 60 feet away from you. You're walking over to him?
Yeah, I'm walking. I'm beelining it to him.
Okay.
With the carpet
trying to
in your hand?
No, the carpet I put away.
All right.
Or I left it there.
All right, so I will say you left it there, probably.
You got out of your Lamborghini and you just begged for change.
Yeah, that's what
just happened.
So as you get about halfway to him, his eyes go off of Fike and onto you as he sees you coming towards him. And as you get there, go ahead and make a deception check.
Fike's still going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's following after Fike.
Yeah, I'll follow Fike on foot.
24.
Okay, good. That was a normal roll. I did turn it off.
He looks down at you and says, "Shove off, son." And he just kind of like kicks at you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. And he'll I'll walk away.
And you watch as he just kind of like walks off into the crowd away from you. But the whole time, he's not getting any closer or moving towards him, but he's keeping distance and he keeps staring at Fike.
How far away did we get in the horse from that?
So I assume you're not galloping through the streets. I assume you're just at like a trot.
Yeah, we have a reasonable trot.
Yeah.
You're not really much faster than walking speed, I would think.
So is he like following? Is he trying to maintain distance with Fike, or is he just wandering off?
He looks like, well, make a perception check. Viero. You can't tell. He's kind of, actually.
Have I lost?
Yeah, he's kind of, you kind of make a perception check, Noxus. Bureau, you've lost sight of him in the crowd. Noxus, you still see him. You can see his head kind of like moving in the crowd. You get the sense that he's just kind of like following and keeping an eye. He's not getting closer or further away. He's like maintaining that like 60 to 70 foot distance from Fike.
So I'll call out to Fike on the bracelet. Fike, Nox noticed your friend and may have seen you.
Copy that. No problems. Act natural.
Well, I think it may be a bit late for that, but sure.
Sigh.
I will try. I will try and keep up the ruse of a beggar, and I'll just go to random people asking for money.
Trying to
Keep
follow
the ruse
him.
up.
How close?
Well, no, I'm still going in the same direction as Fike and Cortanus. Oh, wait, is Cortanus with Fike?
Yeah, she was following with the horse.
Yeah.
Just try.
I'm
And
following,
I'm
in
following
their
on
same
foot.
direction, and I'm still trying to keep an eye on him, but still keeping up my ruse as best as I can. Whatever role I need to make.
All right. So you're how close are you trying to stay to Cruxus? Are you trying to be like 30 feet from him? Or are you trying to be like 60 feet from him?
I think. I mean, whatever the middle of the like in the middle of where Fike is and where he is. That's where I want to be. Is directly in the middle. So I
right
guess,
now you're behind him as he's following Fike, because they kept going. So he's actually in between you and Fike.
I think Nux was right. He is
Then I'll
our
follow.
Lord Bailey.
Then I'll follow Cruxus.
All right, so you're following him,
Still-
and that's what I said.
still-
How close to him are you staying?
I'll say 60.
So you're gonna let him get a decent sized lead on you?
Yeah, just so I can see him, and so he can't see me.
All right, make a performance check as you're kind of trying to blend into the crowd.
How far behind Fike am I?
Not very. If as Nox left, you took the carpet up and kept following. You probably
Oh, he
only
didn't
be
keep
like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
No,
thought Nox
he
left the
left.
carpet.
He landed the carpet and left you, Biero,
Yeah, so you guys have
and
it.
Yeah, so I was since
carpet.
he had the carpet, I was walking behind them, I guess.
You can get on it.
I just go into the bracelet because I know it goes to everyone now. We fight on our terms, not by opportunity and not by theirs. Just keep going.
I'll say into the bracelet. How can I just discern how far he is behind Fike?
He's about 60 feet from Fike.
And I'll say in the bracelet, well, he's about 60 feet away from me, and he's getting closer. I'm right behind him, so just be careful.
Copy.
I'll continue following Fike towards Gilmore's.
Same.
I'll stand behind him. Lead on, good friend.
All right. So you continue to make your way through the streets, Fike,
I do, yeah.
and everyone else following him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And Noxus, you're still hanging back, following.
As long as he's following Fike, I'm following him. Once he breaks off, I'm just gonna join the group.
Okay. You make your way off towards the Cloudtop district, so that you can cut into Abadar's promenade through there. And as you continue, he follows you for another couple of blocks. Noxus, I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Are the rest of you trying to keep an eye on him?
Yeah.
I'm not
Do you
trying
have
to
your
keep an eye on him
What?
because I'm trying to keep Ford and Fike to not be suspicious.
Do you have your shield on you, Noxus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you were trying to pretend to be a beggar with your shield on you?
Yeah. That's
Saying.
fair, yeah.
Just saying.
If you get kicked a lot, then yeah, you want to have a shield from preventing getting kicked when you beg.
It's actually a trash can lid.
So my question to the rest of the party is: are you actively trying to keep an eye out for this guy, or are you just following Fike, not paying attention?
I would be
I
trying
wanna-
to keep an eye out for him if I can regain sight of him.
Make a perception check.
I want to look not specifically for him, just generally in the vicinity. If I see anything, words are hard. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Make a perception check, Shango.
Katasa's following Fike, but like listening for the bracelet for information, and if she needs to, she can like have Aura
Way to go, Shango.
get between them while Fike goes into other direction or something like that. She'll let people know that.
Shango, looking around, you don't see anything too dangerous, just normal, everyday,
All right.
on the street stuff. Noxus and Biero, as you're going, you both lose sight of.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
You guys both lose sight of him in the crowd.
I will say in the bracelet, I lost him.
By the way, you're
Come back,
just at
you-
the edge of the range on that bracelet.
60
About 100.
feet.
No, there's 60 feet to you and then 60 feet to the rest of the group. So that's actually
You said-
120.
Yeah, you said last time it was 300 feet because Shango did so well with pulling.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
All right, then never
Yeah.
mind. Then never mind. Sorry. I forgot that I said that.
So I'll say that I kind of lost him.
Then let us hope he is not allowed in the Cloudtop district just yet.
Do you guys want me to kind of hang back and not join you right away, or you want me to just
No.
I don't
Stick
know if you
together.
saw me?
Yes, we should stick together.
All right, and I will make a beeline as fast as I can, get to them. Well, normal pace. I'll try and get to them as at normal pace.
All right.
We shall
There's
let you
that-
know where we go.
The ability in Assassin's Creed 1 where you could blend into the crowd, and there's that one where you could just push people out of the way.
Yeah.
I assume Nox is doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's doing that
Yeah.
and then diving into the hay.
Yeah.
Stealth! You don't say stealth as you dive into the
You
hay.
don't
Stealth.
see me!
Stealth. He pops out with his eyes like, I'm hidden. You can't see me. With his snout sticking out and his
You can't see Nox!
He's like, you can't see me. I'm hidden.
The tail sticking out the other end.
So you guys make your way through the Cloudtop district and into Abadar's Promenade, following Fike as he leads you to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. Sorry.
Just gonna check my makeup real quick.
Oh boy.
I need that steel mirror, Nox. I gotta make sure my eyeshadow's on point.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you. Fantastic as always. Wow.
What is inspiring?
I don't know. I'm gonna put the mirror away now, and I put the mirror away.
As you guys
How's
enter
facade?
into this storefront, this fabulous looking storefront that has draped, crushed velvet and gold curtains and decorations on the outside, and these little arcane like neon signs that has the unicorn Gilmore logo that says in big fancy scrawling calligraphy, it says Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And then underneath it says original, established, like, whatever fucking year it is. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh wait, the Critical Role nerd does not know the exact year that we're in.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever.
They probably have a way of counting years.
No, I don't know everything. Like
Fake geek DM.
Uh-oh.
as you make your way inside, there's just an illusion that pops up that you see of this older Middle Eastern looking gentleman in these gorgeous purple and gold
Oh boy.
like wizard tracksuit robes with gold, almost like Mr. T with like the gold necklaces and the jewels on
Good
it.
as a fool.
His hands extended out, and it's just like a programmed illusion that just as you come, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods,
Nifty
Hi.
illusion is this.
and then it just poofs out.
Oh,
Fashion hath become quite interesting.
well.
I enjoyed his illusion.
As you walk through the
Castle.
door, you get this strange vertigo as the space that you walked into seems much larger than it should have been from the outside. You're walking, as you were walking through the door, you feel like you were walking into like a nice little downtown cozy shop that's not very big at all. But as you come in, it's like you just walked, as you go through the door, it's like you just walked into a Costco.
It's that one room from the Matrix where like all the racks of guns
Yeah.
just whoosh.
Keep going.
Weapons, karate.
No, but yeah, you literally feel like you just walked into a.
Huh.
This is fascinating.
This is glorious.
You've been here before.
I think once, yeah.
An illusion
Yeah.
like this, we should get in our castle.
Yeah, it's what he called it. It's Gilmore's Glorious Goods. Yeah, it's glorious.
Kata's just immediately looking for like any signage or anything like that for what they might need fire resistance wise.
Yeah, as you walk up, almost as if you're in like a mini mall, there's actually a little placard that says like "You are here," and there's
Directory.
like a floor.
Yeah, I found the mall directory.
We're in a fucking IKEA and there's no way out.
What is this?
No,
maze?
you're in like the Mallrats mall. Like
So
Just
where
checking that.
where's the clerk?
I'll head up to the counter.
you walk over to the counter, and you can see that there's a fairly young gentleman there that says, "Yes, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. How can I be of assistance to you today, sir?"
We're looking for anything that might keep us cool in unusually warm environments.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific than that, sir.
Anything that might protect us from fire.
All right. You're gonna want to go to aisle 4. Down there, there is where you're gonna find the resistance potions. And then if you go out to the back into armor goods, in aisle 7 is where you're gonna find any resistance armors.
Is the stuff
Thank
just
you.
out, or is it like in display cases?
It's in like display cases.
All right.
I'll go.
I mean,
head
it's
to
out.
Alfred.
Like no, it's just like out. Like it's on like shelves, but like yeah.
Kata's just already halfway down aisle 4.
Yeah.
Wait, Katana's gonna. Do are we gonna say the Keyleth thing, or are we not doing that anymore?
I'll
Say the Keyleth thing.
I'll take
Yeah.
care of it. I assume they have some kind of discount here, and I'll start heading up towards the clerk.
So you walk
Kata's
up to
did
the
sign up for the thing.
as you walk up to the clerk that Bureau's talking to.
We
Hi.
Yes,
just
how
here
can I help
by-
you? Welcome to Gilmore's Glory.
I think I love the rhetoric here. We were sent by our friend Keyleth of the Arashari. She recommended you guys personally. I see now why. But you said there might be some kind of endorsement that we could possibly procure from you guys. Some work, possibly.
I'm sorry. Gilmore's Glorious Goods already endorses an adventuring party.
Oh, it's just a singular one.
Oh,
Darn.
an active adventuring party?
Gilmore's is endorsed by the legendary party of Vox Machina.
A mighty band. I'm not aware that they go out adventuring very much anymore.
Oh, they still sell.
Still rock stars.
That tracks. That does track. Hence why we're here. All right. Well, that was my plan. Biro, you have anything that you would like to say to this nice gentleman?
He just kind of turns and looks over at you, Bureau.
We were, like I said, in search of some items that might give us resistance against fire. Here, on behalf of Keyleth and the Council of Taldori, to try to assist with the problem in the crater.
Yes, of course you are.
No,
Indeed
we,
we are.
we really are. We really are.
We
You're
got
not there.
that thing, didn't we?
It's just Bureau and Fike.
Certainly, any assistance you can offer us in being able to affordably obtain such
He
things.
said aisle 4 and aisle 8, Biro. Did you not hear him the first time?
I like this one.
Thank you. I love me too.
I'm not sure whose
Ship it
team he's
already.
on. I'm not sure whose team he's on, but it doesn't seem to be on this one.
That seems like a you problem, not a me problem.
Ooh, that's a little bit of dough coming out.
Salt!
That's Bill. That's not the...
So much
This is
salt.
salt. This is salt. Salty.
Well, we are certainly been a group on call by both Keyleth and the council, and we hope to do quite a bit more adventuring in the future. We did quite a bit of business with Sherry in the Whitestone branch, and would hope that can continue that relationship here if we can certainly find it affordable enough to help us survive this upcoming adventure.
I wish you the very best of luck.
Salt, salt, salt.
And I'm happy to assist you in finding whatever it is you are looking for.
What do you have that's interesting? I'm just leaning on the counter and just staring at him.
Into his eyes.
Why don't you wander the aisles?
I'm gonna start jaunting away.
Jaunting.
I'm gonna
I wish I could draw.
I'm gonna walk fast, a little bit faster past Spike, and I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and say, "I think this one's all yours. You got this one." And I'll toss him an inspiration.
Okay. Shango and
Shipping inspiration.
Cortanis,
Yep.
you guys find aisle 4, which has you can see there is a whole shelf of these like potion bottles that have, it's like these long tubes. It's like a vending machine of resistance potions, and they're all labeled like force, fire, lightning, thunder, necrotic, radiant.
Is there a
price tag?
price tag? Yeah, is there like price on the vending machine?
There
And
is.
imagine,
There's
imagine
a
you just going like this. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Yes, want it. Yes.
there
Like
is. Each potion is 1,000 gold pieces.
Huh.
We have 2,000 gold
Yep.
and then some change.
Yeah.
Credit line it is. Like,
Mike, work that magic butt, man. Come on.
I'm going to. I just want to find something that's interesting so I can bring it up to the counter and go. I want.
Down.
Want it.
Really want it. Father love, bring it on down.
Father needs a daddy. Come on, show me.
Didn't we get something
as you
like
guys-
that showed like we were able to that we were on sort of behalf of the council at some point, or
No.
No, you didn't get anything on that.
Hey, hey,
You got
Shango,
that
Shango.
for Lemnele.
Yeah, that's
Nemo.
true.
Yeah. Well, yeah, don't show that.
Not showing that.
Hey,
Does this work here?
hey, Shango, I have a question for you.
Yes,
Do you have
Nexus.
anything like? Do you have anything that like proves that we're not lying? That connects you to Keyleth? Like other than like your obvious heritage? And I gesture to his face. Like some type of letter, or a seal, kind of like the one we got.
Did
No,
you
you
not
don't.
believe it?
No, you do not have anything like that, Shango.
We usually do not carry around certificates of our heritage or origin.
Yeah, Cortez
I
was
mean-
really curious at Nox. She didn't hear any of that conversation because she was already halfway down the aisle when they were talking.
I point to like the front of the chest plate where the big Ashari symbol is on. It's like it
Yeah.
shows where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we need something that
ask.
directly connects us to Keyleth.
As you guys are talking and Fike and Beer finally catch up, you guys look down on the bottom over at the side, and you notice that there are actually 6-packs of potions too for 4,500 gold pieces.
Which we don't have.
Hey, hey, that's what we. Oh, we can't afford that.
There is 6-packs of all the same kind, and there's also a variety pack.
Mix your own
Penny
6-pack.
pack.
Yay! All right, sweet.
Cool.
Shango
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
need another
Preferably.
6-pack. He already has
For
a 6-pack.
5,000 for 5,000
I need
gold,
it.
there's actually a little station where you can build your own 6-pack.
It's like a craft brewery.
Noxus is standing there like, guys, calm down. We don't have any money. Like,
You know what?
This much money.
Biro had a good idea. I'm gonna go persuade the shopkeep. So, how much money do we need?
2,000 gold, roughly.
A bit more.
I mean, that cost 45, and we got about.
2,800.
How about you guys go find some stuff that's interesting, and I'll go entertain our new friend. And I'm gonna start heading back towards the cow.
I'm gonna look for something
Fun.
interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh god, we're all gonna die?
I don't. What? Okay, DM. What would Noxus find interesting?
Basically, there's like,
Anything that has a dragon on it. Interesting to Noxus.
I mean, there's pretty much almost any magic item you could think of in here.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether or not you can afford it.
Right.
Well, after a couple of minutes, I'm gonna start wandering off towards magic wands and wizard staffs and things like, or magic staffs, magic wands. things
So
like
that
that.
you're gonna go to the wands, rafts, and staffs.
Yeah.
Rafts.
Rafts?
Noxus.
Wands, rods, and staffs. Sorry.
Rafts.
Wands, rods, and staffs. Yes.
Noxus will go to wherever there's warlocky stuff. I don't know what warlocks would 100% use. I know they use.
They would be stuff for them probably over and around wands, rods, and staffs.
Then I will go there. Stop messing with the
Would you like
chair.
to check out these rods with me?
Listen, I'm not as freaky as Fight.
All right.
Don't be touching all the rods.
So, Fike, you go back up to the counter.
Yes, I do.
Oh, look, they're back. Or at least one of them is. How can I help you?
When we were working with Sherry out of Whitestone, she offered me something. It's Gilmore's Glorious credit line. I was wondering if this is actually available at this establishment as well.
Well, it is to proven customers, and though you may have proven yourself to Sherry and Whitestone, this remains to be seen in front of me here in Amon.
Would you notice Sherry's craftsmanship, if you saw it.
Sherry does not craft the majority of the items she sells.
Oh. I guess I've been deceived. I'm such a fool sometimes. I'm just like giving batty eyes.
I do not craft the majority of the items.
Really? You seem so powerful.
Whoa.
I'm attempting to flirt. I don't know if it's working.
Make a
How's your gaydar, Fike?
Oh, fucking
make
see
a
in
persuasion check.
I'd like to use luck, please.
Okay.
You're also inspired, and I'll
Yeah.
I'll play a romantic song in the
The background.
bow wow wow.
Please tell me you have a saxophone.
He looks at you and kind of says, well, my expertise is in magical theory, not the actual application into an enchantment of items.
That's fascinating. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Really? Because I found the axis of the weave very hot.
I really fucking wish I could draw.
Oh man.
Wow.
Poor coma.
Wow.
Remember, Bill. It's not your perception of it; it's his perception.
I'm aware.
How
I'm
flamboyant did you
aware.
make this?
Acting.
How flamboyant are the people that work for Gilmore?
He says, well, I imagine that is the case to those who don't really understand it.
Yes, my nature seems to be a little bit more in the
Divine.
magic. Yes, divine
I
in all
noticed.
senses.
I
Oh,
noticed.
really? Were you staring at me?
Heavens no.
Oh boy.
Insight check.
Jack.
Make an insight check.
The fuck is that?
This is the best.
I'm gonna use my.
Whoa.
Oh, luck.
Oh.
This is your last luck, I believe, is it not?
Oh man.
You're not
Oh.
feeling very lucky today.
You can have my inspiration.
Yeah.
Way to come in clutch.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Way to come in clutch.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
Happening.
They're hard to read.
Emphasis on hard. Yes.
That's all right. He likes a challenge.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Like, I'm getting the sense that you want something.
Something.
Yeah. How about dinner tonight? Sure, you could show me about town.
I'm sorry, but I don't know that my wife would appreciate such a thing.
Oh.
Oh. I know.
She can come too.
Oh, shattered. Oh.
She can come too.
I mean, I'm not very picky, but I was just hoping, new place, new man, about town. But
You have any
your
friends?
choice, your loss.
No offense taken. In fact, I'm flattered. I'm just... One thing that Gilmore holds above all others, especially in his hiring practices, is those that always put business before pleasure.
Yeah, I seem to be working in a whole nother shade of that. Scratch that, reverse it for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go find something over there that can mend my broken heart. But I always like a challenge. And I just turn.
Aisle 7.
Thank you. I'm gonna go check out aisle 7.
Okay. Eventually, we're gonna wing woman fight because we need. Poor Fike has been brokenhearted too many times. Ugh.
Ho ho, living on a prayer.
Would Shango and I be close enough to hear him singing his woes?
So what do you guys want to buy, if anything?
They got one of those decanters of endless water here. That'd be nice.
They do.
How expensive is that again?
I think it's 500.
Didn't you get one?
Yeah, I thought we bought one.
I don't think
No, actually, no, you didn't.
No,
I don't
because
think.
Shango has create water.
You got an immovable.
You cut out a lot.
You got the immovable rod.
Did
You
we?
got the lantern of revealing, and you got the amulet of health, if I'm remembering correctly.
We definitely got the amulet of health. I know that for a fact.
Decanter of endless water is 500 gold pieces.
Do we have any extra stuff we can try to trade?
Sell?
Barter?
I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I have a wand of web. I have a wand of fireball. The web one, I can do without. For me.
Obviously, we just take all like the arrows that became magical and sell them.
No.
Oh, arrow coming.
I mean, you can
Arrow
do
scans.
that, but the DM might
was
look
trying to be clever.
unfavorably. Yeah.
Excuse me, Cortanas, isn't that not an arrow scam? Arrow scam.
This is a Flint scam.
Wait, we still have that heartstone that we like have never used from like the hag.
Is that like a wizard
Yeah.
ingredient or something like that? Who knows?
Yeah.
No, the heart.
Yep.
He told us what the heartstone does, and we just never used it.
What is
It's
it?
a one use though.
Yeah.
It's a one use lesser restoration, I believe.
No, there's two different things he said it does. I remember that specifically. There was two. I don't remember what they do, but I remember there was two specific things it does. It does one thing, but then if we do something else with something else is able to do something, and it's much stronger because it's that thing. I think
it's gotta like eat a soul, doesn't it?
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
It has to be used by like a night hag or
It's
something
bad.
like that.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think it already has a soul trapped in it, doesn't it?
It does. It does have a soul trapped in it.
That sounds potentially more interesting than a couple of resistance potions.
That sounds very suspicious.
Yeah.
we might not be able to. We might not be
you
able to
have
sell
this.
that anymore. Now that I think of that.
It already comes with soul. Would you like to know the soul of the man? Would you like to know an embarrassing story about the soul of the man that's trapped inside?
We can't tell you because we don't know.
So,
We have a first spell scroll of magic missiles. We have a potion of shrinking, a potion of growth. I want to keep the foldable boat. That's mine. We have a gem
Why is it
of
yours?
because I'm the one who can drive it.
we could trade that potion of necrotic resistance.
Yeah, and then we got the shrinking, we got the growth, we got the necrotic. So those are on the table. We still have 2 potions of water breathing. Yeah, we're not gonna need those, and hopefully when I get my spells back, I can make you guys breathe underwater. Please. The first level spell scroll is on the table unless someone says anything. You guys want to sell the Heartstone?
Nope.
No.
It's
keeping the Heartstone.
It's so odd. Like nobody is going to. I don't know.
I pull out the key of Drin and I say, "We have this."
That is true.
There's the Earth Elemental gem. Though I guess we might want to use that against the other elementals.
I think we're gonna need that.
think we're gonna need that.
We can get rid of the sending stones, considering we all have bracelets now. Right?
Well, sending stones are good for like if there's somebody
Stones have-
else.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
give it to
And
like
they have
we give
a
it to, like,
much longer
Percy.
range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Much
we gotta
longer
give it
range.
to somebody though.
No, I have 22 personal gold, so that does not help us at all.
Well, I can
Yeah, I
cast
gave all
sending,
my gold.
too.
Oh, that
You can also
that
cast
makes
sending,
sense.
that's
We
true.
can. So yeah, we could just sell them. We have 2 doses of wyvern poison. If Bureau's
Yeah,
all
we
right
we
with giving that
just
out.
got those like
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally
Get
2
those, yeah.
sessions ago.
Same with the
Oh,
javelin of
I
lightning.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's. I mean, I'd hold on to the javelin, but if trading the poison helps us survive, then I'm on board.
There's not much else I could see that we would be willing to part with.
Is there sewing
Maybe-
equipment on aisle 7? What is on aisle 7?
What's in aisle 7?
That was
Yeah.
like resistance, like
Um,
armor and stuff, right? So
Oh,
like
that was
super
aisle
8.
expensive. Or
That was in aisle 7
Oh.
of the armory. In aisle 7 of the general goods store is scrolls of mending.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
is there another amulet that the same kind of amulet that Bureau has? Is that here?
What do you mean the same kind of the amulet of health?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, I know I can't afford it. I just want to know if it's here.
Yeah, it's here.
All right, that's good to know.
All right. So the sending stones, potentially the wand of web.
Yes. I would
product
rather
resistance.
not give it up, but I'm okay with giving that up.
Keep it.
I could get rid of my dagger of venom.
Maybe a
No.
test of character. This is meant to be by the Platinum Dragon Stormlord and Sandrain. We are not meant to have.
No, it's the
Help.
challenge of frivolous spending. By the way, we have money troubles.
Oh,
Well, I mean, to buy magic stuff, we have money troubles.
yeah. Let's make
Yeah,
a decision on what
If
to
you
buy
were
or not to
doing
buy.
anything other than buying magic,
It'd be fine.
fuck.
Yeah, we are golden. Otherwise, like we could retire and never have to worry about any of this shit ever again.
But the majority of the business that they actually do here is stuff for like scrolls of mending. Like, oh, I broke my thing, so I'm gonna go down to Gilmore's, buy a scroll of mending and get it fixed. You know,
How much are those scrolls, by the way?
they're like 10 gold.
I'll pick one up.
So if I
Oh, mending is
so
a
you-
cantrip, right? Yeah.
mending is a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, I buy that.
And so, shall we see what we can get for all of this stuff, and then decide if and what we want to sell and trade?
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
That's the place to start.
Sure.
So we go back up to the counter and put the sending stones, the wand of web, scroll of magic missile, necrotic resistance potion, and the wyvern poison on the counter, and ask
And the potion of shrinking and growth.
and potion of shrinking and growth, and ask what we can get in store credit for these items.
All right, so slower. What was it?
Sending stones,
Okay.
wand of web,
Okay.
scroll of magic missile,
Okay.
potion of necrotic resistance,
Okay.
2 doses of wyvern poison, and potions of shrinking and growth.
And then 2 potions of water breathing.
He says, well, let me see. And you watch him casting a bunch of spells in succession. And he says, I'd be more than happy to give you, $2,500 in store credit.
What's
Or 2,500 gold pieces. I'm sorry, 25. Oh, this is a nosebleed for a second. 2,500 gold pieces of store credit.
That's a lot of stuff to give up for 2,500 gold.
Yeah, even I know that.
Do you not appreciate my assessment of the value of these items?
I think, especially given that we've got 2 permanent magic items, um, there it seems like they'd be worth a little bit more.
Do you have a counter offer?
How about 4,000 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
Come on,
Guidance.
Bureau. Yard sale.
Yeah. Woo!
Spike leaves.
Did I actually get guidance?
I don't know. Did you?
Shanko didn't say it. So.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
27. He looks at you and says, 3,500.
Just take it.
3,500 seems fair.
Very well. He
And,
waves his hand in the air, and you watch as a little coupon that says gift card for $3,500 at 3,500 gold pieces at Gilmore's.
Just also
Um,
go retrieve like the
manifests.
6-pack of fire resistance potions and start bringing it up.
and I'll show him the amulet of health, and I'll ask him, "Do you have any more of these?"
Indeed, we do. They are
Uh,
5,000 gold pieces each.
So maybe we come back for that another time, Nox.
Yes, yeah. I wanted to know if you had it. That was all.
35. Okay. So are we just buying the 6-pack of fire resistance potions?
Yeah. I think that's all we really need.
For now.
And you said
I mean,
that was
4,500.
okay. So that's the $3,500 gift card.
so we would just need to give up 100 platinum.
Yep.
Which is not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It is edited, and we need to make some fucking money, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we are broke.
I got 4 bounties. We could do it real quick.
And we could be pretty rich.
Well, we've just been asked to aid the city of Amman. Hopefully,
Precisely.
they can offset some of our expenses when we're succeeding or successful.
Hard.
From then on, we should go search the trader.
Nox just says Bard.
No, I deleted because I sold the wand of web and I had it I had the little thing here, so I deleted it and
That was gifted to
didn't
you
do
by
it.
the Empress.
Well, it's not going to help me, and in the moment, and I.
Okay. Hey, I'm not. Hey, it's your choice. I'm just. Nox really hated the Underdark, didn't he?
Well,
He
I thought
really
he
liked
loved it.
them drows. Really liked them drows. The only reason he didn't want to get with Sinimo is because he knew that he would turn into a spider. So the only reason he didn't get with her.
What?
So as you guys leave Gilmore's, have with your 6-pack of fire resistance potions. So if you drink those, it gives you fire resistance for 1 hour.
So one
As-
per person.
Yes.
Are you gonna hand them out?
Yeah. Before we
All right.
forget.
All right.
So as you guys come out of Gilmore's, that same weird sensation as you go from the very large side to the inside, that that weird spatial shift as you come through the door. You guys distribute the potions, everybody getting 1. And what would you like to do?
I think
Shall
we
we
should check
go?
out that crater.
Yeah, let's go check out the crater.
Okay. I'd like the group to make perception checks, probably.
Dun
Yeah.
dun.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Because that city.
Rock your
Oh, geez,
body.
Shango with the perception tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see
Rock
everything.
not
your
I
body.
rolled
Hey!
I rolled like 15 30s at the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
The one I needed fucked me.
So the necrotic is gone.
So obviously, now that all of you kind of know who you're looking for, Shango, Fike, Cortanis, and Seau, you all see Cruxus. He's
Is he
in an
waiting for us?
alley. No, he's like across the way in an alley, kind of leaning up against a wall, trying to keep a low profile as he keeps an eye on.
But he keeps an eye on us, like on the door of Gilmoyson.
Yeah, as you guys are like standing in
Yeah.
front of the door of Gilmore's.
Just muttering into the bracelet about that.
I see him too.
Oh, I need to add that fire potions.
And I suggest we go to the crater.
Oh. Yep, I'll head towards the
He's always
crater.
there. He has worse problems.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, what if he starts something? What do we do? Like, I know you don't want to fight. We defend ourselves,
Defend-
right?
Of course. Of course we defend ourselves.
He attempts to start something in the middle of a mon.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to goat me out. And I am not playing his game.
So as long as we don't do anything, is what you're saying?
So I can't yell, hey, you kind of suck at being a rogue.
Keep the status quo until it changes. And once it does, we finish whatever we need to do.
All right, then onward to the crater.
Already walking.
Yeah, back towards Cloudtop on the jump on Aura.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stand next to Valor and walk Valor through the street.
Alrighty. As you guys make your way through the cloud top on your way, or back through Abadar's Ramadan on your way to the cloud top, that is where we will end things this evening.
Who am I missing? Shango.
What was that?
I'm doing the fire.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
put everybody in.
Okay.
I think I got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yep, I got everybody. Everything
Yeah,
should be updated.
Yeah, Shango's gonna melt. He needs that fire potion.
Yeah, no.
How long do the fire potions last?
1
An
hour.
hour.
An hour.
So we got a boogie.
So we
we
save
take
that
them.
for when we actually do, like, go into the heart of things.
Yeah, once the dam goes, the temperature rises significantly. We drink the potion.
So Shango, you got 18 XP. Cortanis had 17. Nox had 16. Fike had 19. Seau had 15, and Biero had 17.
Right.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Did you level
Hey!
up? Yay!
Biero levels up
Huzzah!
All right.
to level 10.
Level 10.
What does that get you?
Let's find out.
I believe you get a bard feature, don't you?
Let's-
Level 10. Bardic Inspiration goes to a D10. You get more expertise. And no, you get magical secrets.
yeah.
Magical secrets!
So you get to pick 2 spells from any spell list.
Da-da-da.
And they become bard spells for you, and they do not count against your spells known.
Decisions.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You also learn 2 more spells on top of that from the bard list.
Nice.
You gain a 4th cantrip, and you get a second 5th level slot. You get a lot at 10th level as a bard.
Yes.
Oh, quite the new stuff. That's nice.
I got to do some
Wow.
ability shopping here. Let's
Nice.
see.
So
Spell
if we
shopping?
fight,
It's okay. It's fine.
I mean,
So-
I have a half-cocked plan to let us legally fight in the street, but
Really?
yeah,
let's
I-
not.
Like,
it's a pretty good
He
plan.
started with
Amon-
self-defense.
I don't doubt
Amon
that.
is.
Don't doubt that.
You remember, Fike, and you would know this because you came from here after the events of the conclave. Amman is kind of like New York in the 80s and 90s. It's
Gangs of New
Like-
York.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I mean, like Matt's even talked about this in the campaign guide. Like, the clasp gets a lot of lenience in Amman because of the role they played during the Thordak incident. Like,
Oh, they
they
fucked
kept
up.
people alive, and they were smuggle people in and out of the city, and they sheltered people under the city, and their influence in Amman is not insignificant.
All right.
So Al Capone runs Amman.
Sections of Amman.
What if we?
It's fine,
No,
Jimmy
I'm not
Hoffa.
going up against class. We're not going up against
What
class.
if I
Not
went and
becoming
slapped the
class
guy
member.
with an iron gauntlet and challenged him to a
Oh my gosh!
I think I have
Challenger
that,
to a duel.
I think I have that spell.
You can certainly try.
Yo, it's Omega. Thanks for the
Don't I have
follow.
that spell? Compel
Well,
duel.
challenge-
Challenge you
you
to a
do it,
duel,
John?
sir. You
So
must
from
accept.
for my expertise, I'm going to do expertise in performance and stealth.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Makes sense.
Come to me.
So it has to be skills you're already proficient in.
Yeah, let's. Oh shit! I'm not actually proficient in performance.
Oh
What the hell?
no.
Okay, so not performance.
What kind of bard are you?
I'm a sword bard.
He's a different kind. He's a very different.
Mike would like to chime in on that. The worst kind.
I'm not that kind of bard.
Fuck, man. I'm so upset about the locks. I really am.
Oh, it's okay.
It's all right,
Okay.
Mike.
You were
Wrap the
rolling
stream
really
now.
well there,
Good night,
man. I'm
everyone.
like-
Thanks for stopping by.
not sure you're gonna get it. You know, each
I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler